You, Merritt, Artigan, and Raphael actually are all together in the citadel. At this point, Dalaran comes back to the citadel.
I do.
Do you want to remain drunk?
No.
Okay. So you'll spend your lay on hands 5 points and remove toxins, remove the
Pure poisonous stuff.
The effect of drunkenness.
Right.
You head back into the citadel, and you see these three heading upstairs with a short dwarf woman. You never met anyone at the council, so you don't know who she is.
Okay.
You might know of... did you actually look over the list that Maritime gave these guys of who the council members are?
Yeah, sure. If I'm doing security, it would make sense that I know who's who.
So you would know this dwarf is going to be Parissa, the female dwarf.
Okay.
She's the only one.
The only female dwarf?
The only female dwarf here.
Okay.
There's 2 male dwarves. You guys are headed upstairs to give Parissa the tour. That's where we left off. What do you do?
Now I'm updating my spell list.
Oh, really? That's what you do.
Across my 4 things. And in-game, I'm setting that word of recall as we walk around.
Oh.
So I let somebody else do the chatterbox portion of the tour.
Word of recall. How long does it take to cast?
I'm trying to find it in the spell book. So I don't have to
spell
look
book
for it
buried?
in that ridiculous Beyond. Thanks for sponsoring us, guys. Just kidding.
Are we sponsored by them? No. That'd be nice.
What level is it? Word of recall. 6th level. 1 action. Boom. It's done. There you go.
Yada, yada, yada.
So it says you and 5 willing creatures within 5 feet of you will instantly teleport to a previously designated sanctuary, which is now the citadel. You and any creatures that teleport appear in the nearest unoccupied space. Oh, that's cool. It says you must designate a sanctuary by casting this spell within a location such as a temple dedicated to or strongly linked to your deity.
Yep.
Well, there you go. That's here.
That's what I'm doing.
Cool. That's what you did. It took 1 action. And you guys head up the stairs. Parissa Amberbrow, she had come to talk to you all before the council was scheduled to show up tonight. And everyone was going to sit together and have a meeting. She had talked to you guys about possibly a traitor being in your midst. Someone that's working against the council, although you haven't really decided if that person's working with Magnus, the enemy, or with the cult of Nerul, or for some other different evil means entirely. But she's just chit-chatting for now. She's looking around at all the different decorations and art and architecture. This is a very lovely home.
It is a rather storied part of our country's history. Over here you can see the one and only entrance and exit to the building.
It's not up to fire code, is it?
This guy.
You're thinking inspiration, I'm thinking of throwing something at him. I think Matt's going to have a hard time today.
He's going.
I'm sorry, yo.
It's
Come
just
over.
funny.
We'll show the Hall of Healing,
Usually I'm that guy.
the greenhouse upstairs. Just the
Okay.
basic.
So we're going to go
The chapel.
passing time. You
Yeah.
walk her through the different areas, you make chit-chat. What are you doing, Dylan?
So if Merritt's doing the thing, I'm gonna talk to Art. I'm gonna try to get.
Are you going with them or no?
If Delaran's trying to pull me aside, I'll be like, hey, actually, I got a spot for us to talk. Follow me.
Okay. All right.
They leave you alone again.
And then one single tear drips down.
Which you can't see because it's pure white.
So you're going to pull Delaran to the side,
Yep. And we're going to the art museum.
and you're going to go to your art museum.
I love it. That's what it's called, the art museum.
You walk in, and you see this magnificent mansion.
Where is it?
It's just like in a room.
You go through an ivory door.
In a room. So it's like walking into the back of the wardrobe, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when you open this door, you're greeted by a full host of staff. They're semi-transparent, right?
Mhm.
You can see through them, but they're there to wait on you hand and foot. They have drinks ready for you and a plate of food.
Oh, sweet.
You go to grab the drink and your hand goes through it. There's nothing there, actually.
Oh, no, actually, it's just you can't take anything out. But you can...
Really?
You can
Yep.
eat and drink while you're there, yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. They'll give you a drink. It'll be whatever you want it to be when you grab it. What is it?
Water. I've had enough alcohol to drink tonight, probably.
You get some water in
Yeah.
a stein for some reason.
Cool.
And then the second thing you're going to notice when you walk into this grand hall is paintings everywhere.
Okay.
Paintings on the ceiling. Are they actual portraits or is it painted on the walls?
I was thinking actual, like, portraits.
So a lot of paintings in frames.
Should assume fresco with like you holding your finger out and then someone else like.
But what is your favorite battle that you have had with Artigan, not with the other people?
My favorite one? Or the one that I think is like.
A battle
most
you've had with
impactful?
Artigan.
I don't know, the Storm Giant, where I died.
That's there. You see that painting. What's it look like, Artigan?
It's us falling from the sky to kind of... The angle is from behind us, falling towards the storm giant.
It's a pretty cool portrait.
I want to wander around to look for the. Are there any portraits or pictures of the time that Arkin was fighting things without us?
Yep.
Like the miniseries.
You see a
Adventures of
painting of another painting of you guys falling. This just seems to be a theme where your group is falling, and you're falling by what looks to be the wall that crosses the continent. Yeah, well, him and some people you never knew. But you see this little
Artemis
halfling
Soros.
that's mid shadow jump. It looks like he's disappearing into the shadows with one half of his body.
Cool.
And there's some wyverns that are flying down to catch him.
I don't know if we ever talked a lot about what you did when you weren't with us.
No, if you want to know that, I can let you know everything that happened.
Yeah, let's have a talk about that, because I don't know. I feel like there might be something that happened in there that will help us put together what's going on with the whole Madeira / a dream kind of thing.
Mhm.
And not that I'm usually the guy to be sitting down and trying to suss things out carefully with the use of my prodigious intellect or anything, but I feel like we should start somewhere. Merritt's giving the nickel and dime tour to some poor dwarven woman who doesn't probably give a shit, so.
Well, first off, I should probably tell you, I don't know if anyone's told you yet, I was approached by Magnus while I was in the library.
What happened?
He escorted Merritt's friend, the scribe, Adina.
Oh, Merritt's friend. Right, gotcha.
He was escorting her and essentially was holding her hostage,
Okay,
saying that if I did anything, it would be her last moment kind of thing.
okay.
And then proceeded to tell me that he wanted the tome and I was going to try to help get it for him. And if I didn't do that, then he would kill people that we know, because he says he knows where everyone is. He's been watching us. And yeah, essentially, I think unless we cooperate with him, he's probably going to go after your brother. He's most definitely going to go after everyone in the citadel. So, kind of have a choice to make.
I'm
And
like calculating collateral damage in my head.
I have 2 days to make a choice.
We don't have the tome. So when you guys bartered for me, it was for the tome, right?
It wasn't for the tome. I told him that if he didn't hand you over, then the answer was no. So Augustus was protecting Magnus's interest by just giving away something that they didn't have that much interest in. Figured it was a good way to get you back without having to lose too much.
So the exact terms of the deal are that we would help him get the tome?
Yes.
Can he see us in your mansion?
That is the reason why we're talking in here.
Because he can't see us in your mansion.
All the spells I know of cannot go interdimensional. Which
and this
means,
isn't another pocket dimension thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can't say for certain he can't see us in here, but everything I've had the ability to do hasn't been able to cross dimensions.
We have to find a way to double cross him at a critical moment.
I mean, that would be ideal, but the issue is he kind of holds all the cards. He has a meeting spot set to Riverstorm, and I don't know if you remember, but there was a room that magic did not work in. Granted, we would be at a huge advantage against Magnus in that room, but we also can't set any traps for him, and he's also got Augustus, Broderick, and Roe, which means he's going to have a lot more firepower with or without magic.
It's only the size of that room, right?
Yes,
So
as far as I know.
At some point, I'm going to assume that we will have the tome. Or we'll be with Magnus and he'll have the tome.
Possibly.
Right? I mean, what do you think? Would you actually trade the tome to him?
So a weird thought I had was he's making a big mess on Earth, on here.
Right.
I wonder if it might actually be better to let him ascend and get out of mortals there.
Okay.
I mean, there's deities that we're not a fan of, but we don't have to deal with them every day. Magnus is someone we have to deal with on a constant basis. We're constantly fighting him.
See, we're not actually fighting Magnus, we're fighting his influence, right? I think if he ascends, he wouldn't stop having influence. He would have, like, cults of followers that do stuff, probably. And at this point, I think that at least his armies are semi-controlled. Like, he tells them what to do and where to go.
Mm-hmm.
I think most gods' cults just do what they think the god wants them to do, whether the god actually does or not.
That's the thing. There's a lot of turmoil right now going on in the gods arena.
Yeah, Palor's missing.
Yeah. So...
No, I don't know, man. I feel like... So my gut just says that we probably shouldn't allow him to ascend, just because... Yeah. I guess somewhere in me I want to push back when someone pushes on me.
I think overall we just need to know more. I mean, if he's going to ascend and instantly be met with 20 other gods that have been holding their domain, I mean, people hate the Raven Queen because she ascended. He might end up being like the low-end god. And
what if the other gods are gone? And he gets there and there's a whole realm for him to rule over, full of semi-cosmic power. We don't know what's happening to other gods.
Yeah, we need more information.
We only have 2 days, though.
Yeah.
I think that me and you should come up with a plan in case we get our hands on the tome at some point, or can get our hands on the tome. And at that point, like, we decide that we maybe should keep it from him.
Well,
like, we need a plan B or whatever, you know what I mean?
Well, first things first, I need some components for a spell.
What do you need?
Powder comprised of diamond, emerald, ruby, and sapphire dust of at least 5,000 gold.
So while you're doing this, and you guys are talking, Merritt, you are walking Parissa around, showing her everything, and Adina gasps out of nowhere. She's been following you, writing down things. She's there to attend to your needs, to write down your commands, and she's been there in the background the whole time. And you stop, you look at her.
What is it?
I just figured something out. She kind of motions towards Parissa with her eyes and back to you. Should I tell you here?
I assume since you've made the scene already, yes, you may as well.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Merritt. She
What
opens
is it?
up her journal that she's been transcribing these runes into and all the things that she had researched with Artigan. And she shows you all the different runes that were inscribed on doors. Doors of these children's stories where they would enter into a dream realm. And she just shows you each rune. It's a jumble of letters, coded. It's kind of like an alphabet. In the end, you see her combine all the letters and it spells out the dream realm's name. And it's called Evermere. I don't know what that means, but it's something. It's something we didn't have before.
Interesting. Yeah, good work.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make such a...
No, that's all right. I don't see any reason to distrust our guests. So please, as these revelations continue, please feel free to speak freely.
All of our guests?
There's a whisper.
Is that something that I should be worried about?
No, because it's not a snow emergency, so they're not going to need to... they'll just plow around you.
Okay.
Means we'll just have to shovel you out.
Or through you.
Sweet. Yeah.
At break, you can move your car across the street if that's plowed.
Okay.
If that makes it easier.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. We have a foot of snow in the last night. Maybe not quite a foot, but it was a lot.
That wasn't that.
I'm surprised you guys all made it through the blizzard.
There were a couple times where I had to get a bit ramming speed to get into like the mouth of a road.
Yeah. Anyways, back.
Use your discretion. I suppose is as best any of us can do.
So while they're doing that, and Artigan and Delaron are talking about buying spell components, is Raphael just again lost for what he should be doing?
Well, I thought I was taking the tour with...
Okay, so you're walking with him. You're listening to this thing.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what you were having me do, so I didn't say anything, but...
You can do whatever you want, man. That's the wonder of role-playing.
Yeah, but
you can do anything.
Well, you didn't mention me, Ryan. I'm kind of hurt. No. I'll just stand by idly.
Okay. So you're just there in the background. We can pass time if everyone would like.
Wait, I still have more things I want to talk to Art about.
Yeah? Important things?
Well, we should come up with a plan. That's what I'm saying. Let's come up with a plan.
I think we need more information before we can come up with a plan. For now, I need those spell components.
Okay, so listen. Before we leave, I just want something like, because we don't know what's going to happen between now and then. We only have 2 days. Let's do something like rudimentary and thumb sketched. Like, if you have to, you can teleport away, right?
Mhm.
So, if at any point in time we decide that, like, we should leave with the book, you need to get possession of the book and get away.
That's why I'm saying he's probably going to meet in that room where you can't cast magic.
All you have to do is leave the room. if I can get the book into your hands, you only have to take like 10 steps out the doorway.
Yeah. I know that it's just... I always save a spell to be able to make a quick escape.
Sweet. So what's something that we can agree upon that I can say kind of innocuously that I wouldn't usually say that will alert you to the fact that I think we should put this plan in motion?
Oh, like things are going south kind of word?
Okay, so that's what I'll say. I'll say I think things are kind of going south. And at which point you can either agree with me, and then I'll make a play for the book and try and get it to you, or you can disagree with me.
Okay.
Yeah? And the last part of this that I have to ask you is, who do you care about that could be hurt by Magnus?
Well, I don't think he had many people to threaten for me. I think he did offer to bring Awana back, which I know he can do now because he brought his brother back. But...
Would you trade the tome for her?
I don't think she would respect that decision, right. And I don't think that she would want it. So I think even if I got her back, it wouldn't be in a way that she would like.
Here, pass that down. Thanks.
Barista Brian.
Thank you.
Okay, so no matter what happens,
The servant comes over and serves you guys more drinks.
I'll take some coffee, thank you. No matter what happens, if we decide to go with like things that look like they're going south, or things are going south, or any of that stuff, you're the one that teleports out with the tome.
Okay.
Because if we're at that spot, this is like a plan G or something, right? This is like other plans have failed. It looks really bad. If I stay, then the people that I care about won't have to die, right? So I'll just pass you the tome and then you leave. You can take Merritt and the new guy with you if you want to, but I will stay to cause a ruckus. It would be the only way to guarantee my brother's safety.
I understand.
But this isn't plan B or plan C. This is
I know.
like down the line.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad we had this talk, Art. You seem like a much more pragmatic character than Merritt. So I thought maybe we should have this discussion. Let's get you some stuff.
Okay.
Do you need a loan? I have money.
If you have the, if you just have like the gems, it doesn't have to be a certain amount of each of them.
I don't have the gems. I liquidated
Maybe we
all
can
my
talk
gems.
to Lodi about
Yeah.
it. Maybe then.
Maybe we can buy some from Lodi.
Yeah.
All right, go on.
After you just sold them all to Lodi.
Yep. What are they for, by the way?
It's a spell component.
For what spell?
Sequester.
What's sequester?
It essentially makes a person or item invisible and unable to be detected by divination spells. Thought it was a good thing for the book.
That is a good thing for the book. It's a great thing.
So that's why I need those spell components for if we do find it, because as soon as we find it, I'm casting it.
And then you're going to drop the book. Ah, damn it.
Is it an action to cast?
I believe so.
Okay.
Let me check.
So you guys exit the mansion.
Yep, one action.
Once you leave, the cup in your hand just dematerializes. The liquid that you were drinking is gone. It evaporates into the air.
Wild. That is a really neat spell. How long does that place last?
24 hours.
And then you can just redo it whenever?
Mhm.
Can you put the door anywhere you want to?
Yeah, as long as it's on a surface.
That is great. Can everybody see the door or just us?
So I'll make it invisible, and then I'll make it visible again.
Wow.
And only the people I choose can enter.
That is really nifty. I'm impressed.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's one of my newer tricks.
That's good.
Now, we can pass time unless you have anything in specificity.
We're going to get the stuff from Lodi, but...
We'll just do that off.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I haven't heard.
It's like I was going to kind of let my new friend put the moves on Parissa, but I'll let that happen off screen.
What?
think he's trying to get a hookup with Raphael.
Casper the Friendly Ghost is hitting on doors. Dude, don't do it.
Don't call him Casper. We did everything we could to avoid that.
Oh, did we? We did?
No.
Okay. All right.
I don't remember that.
Okay. So am I down 5,000 gold then?
Is that what you want for gems?
I mean, that's what it costs, right?
Yep.
He has more than that. I think you guys gave him at least that one time.
Lodi?
So,
Oh, I mean, so is he just going to give us the gems?
he'll do an even trade.
5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Do you have 5,000 gold?
I have 7,067
Okay.
gold on my person without dipping into the coffers, where there's like
You don't
50,000
have
gold.
coffers.
We do have coffers.
You don't have coffers.
Oh, he's got coffers.
There you go.
Whatever.
Merit has 50,000 gold.
Okay.
It's the Citadel's gold.
Well, then
Specifically, he put it into the Citadel's account.
I'll pay it with the gold that I have then. So
Just
now I
keep
have
that-
2,000
keep that
gold
straight.
left.
Yeah,
Any
I don't
powder
even
to
have
form?
that on my
The
sheet
50,000
anymore.
it's just gone.
It's in the elsewhere.
Right.
It's in the Evermere.
It's
Okay.
It all went up in smoke.
And now do we
Carissa
pass her?
just peruses while she's waiting for everyone. She tells you that she'll be fine on her own.
Da-da-da-da.
And we'll go.
This is the room you could stay in.
Everyone's up, down.
Da-da-da-da-da.
All right.
Here, this is the tasty
Yay.
wine.
You hear the door.
This is my pet parrot.
why?
What door?
The Citadel's door. Someone answers it.
Yes.
Very
Sure, we have a servant.
They're not servants.
They're servants.
I guess they're
We're all
servants.
servants.
slaves.
We're all servants here.
We actually have servants.
They're priests and scribes. They serve. They're servants.
Yeah. Like,
It's Sean. He goes to the door and opens it.
thanks, Sean.
Who's standing nearby? Raphael, you're standing nearby. Everyone's kind of doing their own thing right now. They might be looking at books or talking with Father Ramiel, or who knows what Merritt's doing. Either way, you're the one standing in the hall when Sean answers the door, and you see a couple of dwarves at the door. He greets them and lets them in. You see one dwarf with short, wild black hair and a short black beard, and another dwarf with red hair and a long, flowing beard that has two golden clasps at the end where the beard is split in two. This is
Calvin and Sven.
Sven. I was like, what is that name again? Calvin and Sven. And you know
Oh,
of
that's
both
fun.
of them. Calvin's like, I think everyone's going to be by soon. Is there anywhere we can sit?
Sit over here.
The entrance hall, you're already sitting on the bench, is gigantic. There's benches that line the perimeter of the hall. There's benches in the middle. There's a couple statues in the middle of the hall. Of what? Statues in the middle of the hall. What are they?
There are a few well-respected priests and potential physical avatars, like a Lathander, beings that were vaguely associated with the sun, but might not be the full Palor.
He's looking around. Sven is very quiet since you've ever known him. But Calvin looks at you. Where's Ron?
He's back in Inspire.
Good for him. I'm glad he got some others out safely.
Were they at the meeting? Yeah. And I'm glad that you are safe too.
How are you doing, Raphael?
I am fine. I am trying to figure out my next move. I thought I knew what it was, but it seems that Fate is taking me in another direction.
Is it true that Roan's gonna join the Citadel?
I am not sure of that.
He's never taken an ambassadorship before.
Roan does what Roan does.
Isn't that the truth?
So what brings you here?
I think everyone's gonna be by soon.
Is that right?
He looks up and you see Parissa walking in. She's kind of just waltzing through. Parissa! She looks up at him and waves. She smiles. Give me an insight. That's you,
Don't look at me, dude.
Raphael.
Oh,
I'm not there.
I thought you were raising your mug at Josh. I was like, yeah, Josh, go get him an
No, that's
insight.
you.
I'm not even there.
Good grief, Matt. Get together. Let's see here. Natural one. Never mind. I was
Don't
gonna
look at any
look.
modifiers.
You are just a blank piece of paper. There's nothing there.
Ain't truth.
very white, pale, blank piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
He just gets up and leaves you mid-conversation.
Wow.
And he goes over and talks with Parissa for a while. You're now sitting there with Sven. He looks over at you.
Sven.
Raphael.
I get up.
And you get up awkwardly. Sven doesn't break a sweat at all. He's totally fine being in an awkward silence.
Do I know if Ron's planning on coming here today?
No, he's not coming here today.
Hmm.
From what you had heard from Merritt.
Everyone will be able to come back tomorrow.
I think I'm just gonna pace the hallway then. I don't
As
know.
you do, the door, another rap at the door.
Do I see any servants around?
There are no servants
Doorman
around.
Raphael.
Oh, well, I'll go answer the door then.
You go answer the door, and there is a tiefling lady there,
Oh, it's that one girl, huh?
Amorosa.
Amorosa.
She's there. She does not have her bright red phoenix with her. She's also standing with another elf, Trissa. You know of both of them. You've seen both of them. You've met Amorosa. You never talked to Trissa because she's really quiet. But they are both there waiting. Raphael.
Good morning, Amorosa. What's her name? Amorosa. There you go.
How are you today?
It's just a day.
It's been a wild day. Can you tell me anything about what's going on in the Citadel? We're here to meet, but I figured I might, since you're here, it'd be easier to catch up with you.
You know, I don't know much of what's going on today. Or why everybody is here. I'm unsure.
Are they intentionally keeping you in the dark?
Oh, probably.
Understandable.
These men married Artigan Delaron. They do things their way. I'm sure they do not trust everyone.
Very well. Will you show me to where we're going to be meeting?
Do I know where they're gonna go
Nope.
meet? Yeah. I'm so sorry. I have no clue.
I'll have a seat by Sven.
Good luck.
You hear another knock at the door.
I'm gonna get somebody at some point.
I'm gonna open the door, and do I see anything to like wedge the door open or keep it open. How big is this door? Oh, it can't be that big. I
How
put a
big
piece
is
of
the
dust in
door?
front of the door.
How big is the door for real, Merritt?
I imagine at least the front door is a double wide kind of arched doorway.
It's never locked.
Yeah. But I want to prop it open so people can just start walking in.
All right, so you prop it open. Shanir is at the door. Shanir
the
is
dirt
the wizard that you guys have just deemed the sand wizard.
Oh, the sand
Or
wizard,
the dirt
right.
wizard, I guess it doesn't matter.
Sandwich.
That's great.
You've met him before. He has these tattooed dots across his head as if a sun was rising and setting, but they're just black dots and not yellow.
Oh, Shanir.
Raphael, seems like everyone's here already.
Seems that way. I am not sure who all is coming.
Well, everyone at the meeting. I think Malik has opted not to come to this meeting.
This Malik, he is a troublemaker, is he not?
He's a good man. He doesn't get along with everyone, and he won't come since Delaron is here.
Shanir, you must forgive me for being forward, but where were you when the Sword and Shield and Augustus and his friends were in the Temple of the Gods?
I was late, running late. I was with the king of Riverstorm.
I must warn you, he's very suspicious.
Do you suspect me, Raphael?
Whoa. You just accused the sandwich of being the bad guy?
Hey,
No,
are
I'm
you
not
there?
accusing.
No, you're not there.
I'm
And you're
shocked.
playing with something. Put it down.
That's not making noise.
Okay. But your mouth is.
Am I like...
No.
I mean, just when I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? That one.
As I
What the
hear
fuck
you
are you
playing
doing?
with something. Whatever it is.
No, it's good. Keep
Put
going.
it down. Put it down.
Keep going.
Here, play with these. These don't make
No,
noise.
those things are shitty to play with.
Give me your toy.
No.
Put it down.
Keep going.
Learned that from your 2-year-old.
The look.
You gonna take it from me?
Do you, Raphael, suspect me of anything?
Of course not. But
Is that what's going on here?
no, of course not.
Is everyone going to be subject to question today?
No, I do not think this is what it's for. It was just an observation I had. These are trying times, Shinya. One can never be too careful. I know that Roan trusts you, and therefore I trust you. But I just wanted you to know. Maybe that others would see it as suspicious.
I didn't realize that Roan had elevated you to a status where you could question me.
Forgive me. I was out of line. And
It's nothing.
What's that?
It's nothing.
And I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
Does it use components?
It's a level 2.
It's
So do you
somatic,
have to
verbal.
say something?
Scroll up.
VSM.
It's next to you, like, sorry, I'm out of line.
Yes,
You wouldn't want to do it in front of him if you're trying
Oh.
to be quiet about it.
Oh.
And I'll give you this warning because these are new spells to you and you don't know them. But
Okay.
it lasts for a minute, and you'd have to make some movements, say some noise, and
Okay.
then it goes off. So if you
Okay.
want to do it, that's totally fine. But if you want to do it quietly, go around a corner somewhere.
Oh, okay. Okay. I do not cast it right now then.
Okay. But you're thinking it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he bows his head to you, and he'll go and join Amorosa and Trissa and Sven. Merritt, at this point, you finally
Okay.
come downstairs and you see everyone in the entrance hall, the Great Hall, with the statues of these different deities or famous priests.
So I'll clip-clop down the stairs. Ah, my friends. Light's blessing to you all. Thank you for coming. Forgive me for taking so long during the setup. Many of our staff are not currently here, so I had to set up the tables partially by myself, something I haven't done in quite a while. So please come with me. We have some refreshments, some food. You can take a load off in the council room.
Calvin comes up to you. Everyone kind of greets you in their own different way, but Calvin comes up to you specifically. I'm sorry for the way I acted today. I was rather upset.
I make eye contact briefly with Amorosa. I believe we were all upset today and made some... we had some rash actions. But I hope we can all forgive each other and know that we were just taken off guard. Startled. These things happen. Know that I bear you no ill will.
Well, I think I speak on all our behalf that we thank you for inviting us to your home.
Absolutely. It is not a home unless it is full of my friends. Come, let's go upstairs.
You all head upstairs. Give me an insight check.
Are we all going upstairs?
He might already
I turned
be up
around.
there.
Okay.
You also rolled a natural one?
Yeah.
14.
Raphael's there. You're not. Artigan's not. So maybe you two are still talking, hanging out, or are upstairs already.
We could already just be upstairs.
So you're waiting.
Maybe we're helping
You're
set up.
helping set the
Yeah.
What'd
forks
you
on the
roll,
left
Raphael?
or forks on the
14.
right. I
I'm
don't
like,
know.
what is
Put
this
one on both
even
sides.
for? Yeah.
What'd you roll, Raphael?
14.
Thank you.
Yeah, fuck you for having fun.
Yeah, I'm like,
I can't hear. 14 is enough to see that Calvin pretty much speaks for the group as a pseudo leader. The council doesn't actually have a leader, but he seems to speak on all their behalf at least.
Right.
You all go into the room. There, you're all together. Now you're all together. Look, you can set up your stuff. And
I go out to the woods.
Yeah, right. Make a boot.
everyone starts taking their seats. There's no assigned seating, so they're just sitting wherever they want.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's grabbing food. The dwarves are grabbing like extra helpings of whatever you set out. What did you set out? Like fancy foods?
No. It was... I mean, it wasn't rations, but it's certainly not like...
Porridge.
It's not fancy food?
It's not gourmet ducks and
Okay.
partridges and
Okay.
stuff.
That's
It's
better than
it's
porridge.
like, yeah, it's a decent food that the staff and I were able to pull together.
Perfect. And they all gather their food. It's a lot of talking and over talking. It's hard to hear anything. Whoever you're talking to, you have to be close to each other to hear them.
I'm going to stick with Merritt the whole time.
Okay.
And just act like a de
Got a hold of
facto,
my tail.
more or less. Act like a de facto bodyguard since one of these people is probably a traitor.
And you guys can start the show. You've already noticed that they love to talk and fellowship and chit chat, and they are not in any hurry to actually start the show.
So out of game, I think I'm confused as to why everybody's here because I wasn't here last session. Why the fuck is everybody here?
I don't know, dude.
There, we were all next door, Tower of the Gods.
Yep.
Party was crashed.
Yep.
Took the boss.
The bishop.
Yep.
Right.
The bishop. And we didn't want to just kind of chill there. We had no real place to...
So we're continuing the same conversation that was happening there here.
Well, potentially. We haven't even started the conversation yet.
Okay.
There was no conversation.
Yeah, we were still in the process of gathering when the doors got kicked down. They're like, hey, you, come with us.
All right.
So in that sense, I'm patiently giving others, particularly Calvin, a little bit of time to see if he's going to organize things before I chime in. Not being real strict on the timeline or anything of that sort.
A great amount of time passes. More than makes you comfortable.
Like a half an hour or an hour or something?
It depends what makes Merritt uncomfortable.
41 seconds.
After 15 minutes.
Yeah, right?
Alright, let me just make it all up to meeting room.
So, I want to look around the room. How many people are in the room?
3 dwarves. Tiefling. Elf. Human.
Is the
And all of
human
you.
the sandwich?
Yes.
Chenier.
Right.
He's not a witch.
Right, sand wizard? Dirt wizard.
That's 6 plus you guys, plus Adina's there, and a couple other scribes that have been tasked with serving food and drink.
I kind of nod at Schneer if we make eye contact at any point in time. I'll be like,
I mean, he'll even chit-chat with you guys.
okay, so how's the king?
King Galen is a little at a loss for what to do. It's probably something we'll talk about tonight.
I hope he's safe.
His army, him are safe. His secret is no longer a secret. And being alive, everyone knows. The world knows.
I've got a question for you.
You just turn away from Shanae.
Well, no,
He
no,
goes
no.
and chit-chats with someone else.
I
while
want
you move
to
away.
make like a, oh, that's good, blah, blah,
Segue.
blah, whatever. Yeah, and then be like, when the conversation ends after a minute or two, hey, give my regards to King Galen. I tell him that I'm glad that he's well and blah, 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 whatever. Bullshit. But, hey, why don't we move this party into Art's art gallery? No?
So when I made it, I designated who could go in.
Can't you change that?
Nope. It's when it's cast, you designate who goes in.
Can you recast it? Because if we have this meeting here, everything we talk about is like an open book for Magnus.
So
This whole discussion he'll be privy to.
If there is, in fact, a set of eyes and ears that are loyal to him, this entire meeting is an open book, regardless.
Okay, so I have this weird moment where like bloodthirsty thoughts flash through my head, and then I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'm like, it's like the weird like brain montage of like screaming and blood and people dying, and I'm like, okay. And that's all I say.
do you have a ability to make people tell the truth?
I can.
That's an option.
Well, we could put them in the mansion, put them in the zone of truth, have them talk about whether or not they're a plant, and then, like, a bunch of us enter, one less comes out. Ta-da.
The body would be.
I'm
expelled
assuming
after.
you're saying this
Yeah.
very quietly.
I'll use message to talk about it. Once we start talking about killing people, I'll be like, message.
Are you messaging over here?
Yep. I don't talk to you about this
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
After-
I'm like, maybe we should go there. And
After
then
I say that,
Art's
you
like,
get
blah,
the look
blah.
on your face
Yep,
and you
I'm
get
like-
real quiet.
I do something like,
And I know you're up to something that I don't need to. So I would like to go talk to Trissa Nellenthar.
So I'm like,
Trissa,
put
she's
it in
sitting
there.
down.
One less
She's
person
very
comes out.
quiet.
She's
She's sitting next to Amaros.
We could do that.
Still. They seem
Magnus is going to
amiable.
know.
But he
I hold
won't
out
know
my
if he
hand.
doesn't know, right?
I'll not
He'll just
carry
know
on
that we
two
found this person.
conversations at once
Yeah.
real quick.
He won't know the stuff that we talked about in there. He won't know what that person heard.
Mhm.
The point from the last time that he talked to them, that'll be all the information he has. That'll be it. We'll interrupt his feed.
You guys sure talk about wanting to fight something today, and you just talk.
I'm in a zone of truth, people, not fight people. The fighting comes after that, maybe, depending on what you say they say. I don't know. What do you think?
It's not a bad plan.
You have to convince him to go into your weird interdimensional space, though.
It's not hard.
Okay, so, hey, Merritt.
While you're doing that, Merritt is talking to
Yep.
Trissa.
And then you interrupt me.
You just introduced yourself.
I'll wait. I'm not going to be like, pardon me. I'll wait a second.
May I
until
cut
there's
in?
a room. Yeah. I'm actually socially adept, so I'll wait.
Really?
I have the skills. That's what it says. The paper tells me that that's true.
Cool. Did you want to hold a conversation? Teresa?
I was just going to introduce myself to her since she's the only person that I haven't physically spoken to.
Okay. She introduces herself. She's very short with her answers. 1 or 2 words at most, unless you ask her very specific things. And she is not socially adept. She's socially awkward. She sits by herself very often.
So you are most welcome here. Please make yourself at home.
Thank you. And she snacks on some of the food.
Oh, there. You okay?
You guys are
And I'll
awful.
look up. And Lady Amorosa, was your friend not able to come? I say, with a white raven on my shoulder. Tia was looking forward to meeting him again.
Her.
Yes.
No. She is away for now. I don't bring her with me everywhere I go. She only comes when I really need her around.
She been with you a long time.
I've known her whole life. I've seen her born from the ashes.
I must admit, it's the first phoenix I've ever seen.
She is a beautiful creature, and I watched her die once. That was hard. But I knew she'd be coming back. She's still young. She still has much time to grow.
I've had Tio only a few months. She has been a rather steadfast companion. Sometimes
She is not just a familiar.
no, she's a friend and sometimes a scout. She is useful in many ways.
In my experience, familiars do not have true personality.
Is that true of your phoenix? What was her name?
Freya.
Freya.
But she is not a familiar. She is a companion.
Just a friend. Amorosa Freya. There you Curious.
I must admit that I was very scared today. I did not understand what you wanted me to do, and I should not have made it seem like I understood. I'm sorry. Sorry for everything that's happened today.
Yeah, it's alright. If I understand the bishop's mindset, I do not believe he would have gone with you, even if you had cast a spell. So, there was nothing to be done.
I just wanted to let you know.
I am sorry for being short with you afterward. I was frustrated at the moment.
Understandable. And I'm often encountered with frustration. She motions towards Calvin, who has a big smile on his face, eating a big leg of some kind of meat and talking to Carissa.
Mm.
And if you did not serve meat, then he brought his own.
No, I served meat.
The chit-chat still continues on and on.
Hey, me and Art have kind of a plan.
You wanted to get things rolling here?
Well, I was thinking, why don't you step over here to the side and talk with me for a minute? Just really quickly.
Sure. Excuse me, folks. Excuse me.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
talking to each other. It's okay. Hey.
What?
Message. Me and Art had this idea that maybe we could have everybody go into this interdimensional space so that, like, Magnus can't see what's going on. And I can zone of truth people and figure out who's the traitor. And then when we all come out of the interdimensional space, they don't come out. I'm just saying.
This is the Citadel of the Sun.
No, it would be Art's gallery.
Not an ambush location or a butcher shop.
Oh man, I knew we should just done it.
He says out loud.
Yeah.
I hope you will respect that all of our guests today are under my protection.
Even the ones that are actively plotting to kill you?
While they are here, yes. Imagine how valuable even the most steadfast of our enemies would be if they returned. You who returned multiple times.
So hard for me because I really like you, but you are so dumb sometimes.
And yet even you are under my protection today. Enjoy yourself, Delaran. I go up to the head of the table.
Go up to the head of the table. No one really even
I
pays
look
attention.
at you across the room and I'm like...
And I'm going to use prestidigitation to make all the candles bright and then change color to blue.
You gonna flick the lights on enough?
Nope. I'm just gonna change everything, make it very thematic, and then have them fade back to a white light. And if there's
All
any...
the chatter starts to lower as the lights lower and change and lower and then raise. You hear Calvin say, "Oh, I kind of liked a little romantic lighting." And there's chuckles all around the room.
Well, just for you, friend, perhaps we will set the mood.
Perfect.
And
He looks
and
at
it goes
Carissa
red.
and smiles big, and there is no insight check needed. She blushes slightly.
Oh, man.
Yeah. All the candles are red. Now, this is the first of these meetings I've ever been to. So forgive me if the tone is incorrect or if we are too familiar here. But if anyone who has more experience would like to take the lead on how this meeting is supposed to go, please, I now offer you the head seat at this table.
This is your room. You should stay there.
Very well.
Thank you for inviting us. We just didn't get to really talk at our meeting today, and there are a few things we wanted to follow up with you on.
Certainly. How can we at the Citadel be of assistance to the rest of the council?
Well, I've already heard that you've been offered you haven't been technically offered a seat on the council, someone from your Citadel. But we do extend our hand to this Citadel who hold a great position of power in this world. And this land, our lands around us, they've abided by the laws of the council a long time. We all came into our positions from different cities. I'm from Bar Lador. My friend Sven here, he's from Stonehall. Amarosa, she's from Abydos. Carissa, she's from Sharanor. Carissa, he's also from Aranex. Shanair, where do you hail from, Shanair? No one really knows. He's come and gone at his own leisure. Shanair nods.
Fair enough.
And the lands, they abide by our laws because the laws that we have set are moral and just and right. And we wanted something across the entirety of the world that everyone could follow and everyone would know are fair. Where you wouldn't have to abide by one king's laws when you're in another land when it comes to your personal freedoms. Of course, there's their minor laws and different things you can and can't do, like you can't run around Theos drunk. I found that one out the hard way.
That sounds like an interesting story.
Oh, I have a lot of interesting stories. To get all the formalities out of the way, do you have anyone in mind from your citadel that would want to join? We're not all fighters here. Some of us are politicians. He motions towards the end of the table where Amorosa sits.
Well, on behalf of the Citadel, I assure you that we would appreciate a voice on the council. It will take some time before we determine who would join you, though.
Very well.
So, if you'll forgive me being a little vague, I would say yes, we accept, but the details must still be worked out. I wouldn't force anyone into the position who is uncertain, and I won't call them out here.
We didn't expect an answer right away. If, and this isn't something you have to do, but we all know Gloriosa very well. She was our first thought before the changing of hands happened to you. So now we come to you to request that she be part of the council. But that's why we offer you this position, because it is your choice in the end.
When she returns, which is expected tomorrow, I'm sure she will be an integral part of that conversation.
Now, about this business with the bishop, we don't have any plans yet. We've already determined that at the council, that charging in would be folly. Chasing down Magnus. He's in Riverstorm. He's protected by his sword, his shield, and his army. He's protected by his brother. That is an interesting story too, because we had heard just today that you four killed them.
Mm-hmm. We did.
It was on the continent of Gialden, not 2 days past.
Yeah, we all saw them walk in.
I had attempted to reach them to see if they were illusions of some sort.
They are not.
If they're not, their weapons they carry are somehow still very effective.
Very effective.
And their fists.
Yeah.
Magnus already mentioned that he has the ability to resurrect people, so
I wouldn't put it past him. We're not really sure what we're going to do at this point. We did want to come and meet you specifically. That was what the whole meeting was going to be about. Well, part of it, and there were going to be some other talk of requests from the bishop, which obviously are on hold for now. Have you thought about this city is in need of a leader? The bishop gone. Someone needs to step up. Someone needs to take charge. If you don't do it, or anyone here, someone will. And you might not like who that is. This city is a very special type of city where those from all walks in life are allowed. Some are less savory than others. I wouldn't trust everyone. You might want to think about putting your hand into that pie real quick.
Yes, I suppose there is something to that. Whether it is to keep others from that power or to make sure that all still have access to it.
Shanir will chime in. And I have word from across the seas, across the land where King Galen is. I've already talked to Dalaran about it. He is alive, he's well, and he still has his army by his side.
How many?
About 5,000 strong from his army. He's aligned himself with Iranex and their fleet. Iranex has one of the larger armies in the world, especially on the northern side in Erishon. He doesn't have a plan yet.
How many does Magnus have?
50,000. His secret is no longer a secret. He was most likely discovered once we tried to storm Castle Fulgrim. That plan, I've already heard, did not work out. No casualties. Magnus was gone. He knew we were coming. He was one step ahead, and he must have been one step ahead a long time before we came, because he already had his fleet ready to enter Riverstorm once everyone was gone. His entire army is in Riverstorm. King Galen is without a home, and the people there are subjected to Magnus. People that are left alive. They opened their city gates to all the people that survived outside, all the refugees. Those are the inhabitants now. I think it was more for a hostage type situation. You hear Calvin speak up. Aye, Shanir, you have always been at the forefront of politics with who owns what and where. But you know that's not our purpose. That's not the council's place in this world. We don't tell the cities what to do if they do not want to be part of us. Magnus is not part of the council anymore.
Glad to hear that as official.
I figure that goes without saying. By the way, we didn't really have much to talk about unless you had anything you wanted to.
Speaking of Magnus, if my study of history is correct, there were 2 members of the council who survived the date of Magnus Monroe's betrayal. Is there any word from them? Is there anything they can offer? Do we know?
Let's see if I remember their names.
It was.
You remember their names? You probably have better notes than me.
I have them
I have it
written
somewhere.
down. I want to say it's Brock, Hudson,
Not Brock.
and
That would be great.
Alon. Oh, there we go.
It's at the end of the story that you wrote at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I know for sure. I just can't
I
find
do
it.
too. I just have to find where that is.
Yeah, I know it's on your Alondra Venor, an ancient female elf, and Brock Waldbend, a dwarven warrior.
Perfect.
And Alondra is...
No one's seen Brock since that day. But we know that he escaped. He disappeared. Alondra is alive. I'd like to say alive and well, but that is not the case. Some think that she's gone a little bit batty. Lost her marbles. Maybe it hit her the hardest. She was in charge of protecting the council, in charge of the enchantments, in charge of the protections. Magnus destroyed everyone. Except those two.
And where is she located now?
She lives in Sharanor. A little outside of Sharanor. She lives by herself, the last I heard. Got any more of that coffee?
Oh, yes, please. And I wave at Dillerin.
I see it right there.
Refill the commander.
Okay.
Oh, this is a bad idea.
Oh, it's such a big stretch.
Thanks.
Whew. Now, it would appear we need to find something that can give us an advantage we aren't currently accounting for. There's so much to do, and we appear to be outmatched and at least one step behind Magnus Monroe at every turn. There must be something that we can do to gain the advantage. But I admit I am cautious even at those things. If we come up with something, is it possible that we're being manipulated into doing something that will work against us in the long run?
Aye, it's possible. But that would be you. Like I said, this is not the council's fight. We do not command armies.
I'm a little bit confused. So Magnus walked in all those years ago and killed everyone but two? Is that what happened? He killed people in the council?
He killed the sitting councilors.
Right, he killed all of those guys. And then he left. And now it sounds like what you're saying is that that opposing Magnus is not your fight, and you're taking a stance of non-opposition, even though he killed all your predecessors. That's strange to me. Am I the only person that's strange to? Maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. I do often think about things poorly.
Merritt's living up to being a servant today.
Yeah, especially when you already have half a cup.
Yeah, but it's not hot. It's shitty.
Aye, we don't. Like I said, we don't command armies.
You have a large amount of influence, though.
Aye. The cities that follow us, they follow us by choice. They put their faith in the councilors' decisions.
And you've decided to not oppose Magnus. Think that best serves your communities?
Magnus is a bad man, don't get me wrong. The things he have done are unspeakable. And we will back up the decisions made by the cities that oppose him. You, Sharanor, Abydos, Varlador, the cities across the world. People come to us when they need to make decisions.
And then what do you tell them? This isn't our fight?
Parissa, Amberbrow, speaks up. I think that you're mistaken exactly what we do.
I'm sure that I am. I apologize.
You can think of us like judges.
Hmm.
We don't fight. We don't fight wars. We make hard decisions. Now, we have failed in the past. as everyone has, but we had made some bad decisions, and part of us thinks that's why Magnus might have come after the council many years ago. We had a decision of non-intervention, of declaring someone that was still committing atrocities in this world an enemy of the people. No, this wasn't us personally. None of us were sitting on the council at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Just for everyone, who was that was committing the atrocities?
As a king, he's no longer around. Magnus destroyed him. Sitting king of Castle Fulgren. Didn't take long for him to go after the castle after he destroyed the council. Now we have a very great deal of influence, and that's why we've asked someone here to sit with us, because we feel like you hold a very powerful stand in this world, and you can influence it for the better.
But so could you.
And we do. Trista, she speaks for Sharanor. We heard you just had an ambassador come to join your citadel.
Indeed. She is most welcome also.
Now, Calvin and Sven and myself, we've all been in a scrap or two. We've been in a fight here or there. But this is a fight for the entire world, and we will use our influence to align the correct cities together, to bring people together to oppose Monroe.
Oh, that's what I was wondering. I'm glad that that's your stance.
And there you have it.
Thank you.
Sorry there's a miscommunication.
Happens all the time.
But again,
Yes,
we
it
don't make
does.
that decision for the cities. We're not going to come here and tell you that you have to join the fight.
We don't have to. We know what we have to do.
Chenier looks at you. And we can talk about that, maybe after the meeting.
Yeah, we'll show you the art gallery.
Sure.
My black eyes narrow just a tad.
Chenier disappears.
Did you have anything else that you wanted to talk with us about? Again, we would suggest that someone may step up for the city.
Are there any political bylaws or rules concerning being a member of the council and an overseer of the city? Can those things cross freely, or
I
is
feel
it?
like that'd be a conflict of interests. If members of the council don't speak or don't influence the cities directly, then someone who's in the council shouldn't be the leader of the city, I think.
That was my
You are
assumption.
very correct. And if you're thinking of Gloriosa, that's why we want her on our seat. She's one of the best. If you think she'd be better serving the city, it's your decision.
I think Gloriosa should probably take the seat on the council. Not to speak out of turn, but you know her. She knows all of you. Has enough political acumen probably to pull it off. I think someone else should probably grasp the reins of the city.
Those are my thoughts as well. And I'm relatively certain that she'll be interested in the position. Just cannot officially declare her.
Well, someone should talk to the town guard. Someone should talk to the new town guard's captain. Ever since the old one left, one of Gloriosa's friends, we knew him well. Aaron Anders. Since he's left, there's been a seat in the city here that the town guard needed someone to fill those shoes. And they have found that man, but someone should go talk to him. They probably will be selecting a leader soon. And that's how they're going to do it. They're going to select the leader.
The guard will?
The guard.
Well, that's a good idea.
it's best to find someone that's at least aligned with religion.
Yes, I suppose that'll be.
At least aligned.
Oh, the least line of the religion? No, wait. This is a bad idea.
We-
Someone religious should take the spot. Like,
The city runs on the city leader should not have any biases to one religion or the other.
all right, you're not religious, right?
Yeah, I would say that. What am I being offered?
I don't think you're being offered anything, to be
Okay,
honest.
that's good.
You are a brilliant young man, and you excel in managing your own affairs. I would be hesitant to burden you with an entire city and a dozen religions to balance. It would probably get in the way of many of your goals.
Yeah. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, there'll be much to be decided. I need to. Were you saying that the town's guard are going to elect a
It'll be
general
a sitting,
of some sort?
It'll be a
City
sitting
guard?
leader to take the place of the bishop while he's gone.
Okay,
And we
of
hope
the
that he
bishop
comes back.
specifically.
He'll basically be an
So
interim
just
position.
someone, in situ for a little while.
Mhm.
Someone that can make decisions.
Yeah, well, perhaps that is where we should go tomorrow and introduce ourselves to everybody.
Sure. I mean, I usually get along with guards. I can chat up some of the men and see what's going on.
Leading them and whatnot.
That's not what I said. Nor did I even insinuate that that was a possibility.
No. No, you did not. I wonder who would be able to affect our situation and maybe expand the barracks and the garrison. That would be inconvenient if we were suddenly given, that much leeway. Yeah. Anyway, can you pass more of the duck? Because that was amazing.
I shoved some duck at you.
All right. The rest of the night will pass with chatter and fellowship and no more important topics. There is nothing else to do except Chenier did tell you he could talk to you after if you wanted.
Sure. Let's talk, Chenier.
So after the council meeting's done, after people are seeing themselves out or being escorted out by the servants, Chenier does hang around in the room with you guys
Cool.
until he's the last one there.
Is anybody... They're all staying somewhere else? They're not...
Yeah, they're
Crashing
staying on
on
their
there.
ship. Their ship's pretty large.
Cool.
But after it's quiet for an awkward period of time, Chenier looks at everyone. Told you that we could talk afterwards.
Mhm.
What have you found out about the tome?
I mean, not a lot. We don't have it. If we knew where it was, we'd probably be there now. So
it was not in the tome. The tome was not in the tomb.
No, the tome's not in the tomb.
you were talking about how Prince Galen has aligned himself with someone who has a sizable army?
Euronex.
How big is that military force?
You remember Darnell and Borthos?
Mhm, yeah.
Their army? 15,000.
Plus Galen's 5 makes 20. Still
Nowhere near enough to assault the city, especially that of Riverstorm.
Riverstorm was unfortunately well defended.
Very well defended. And I'm sure Magnus who's already exposed its weakness, has shored that up. So what's the plan?
To figure out the plan.
Yeah, we don't necessarily have a plan right now. We still have to try to figure out where the tome is, because it's not where we thought it was going to be. We have to figure out how to raise 30,000 soldiers, which is a ludicrous number. And we have to figure out...
Or more.
Or more. 1-to-1 would be good odds in my book. Like, I feel like if we could get 1-to-1, I'd be willing to chance it. But anything less than that is just foolish. Especially because Magnus has Dragonborn shock troops that are extremely effective at close-range combat and wiping out infantry.
Baron Times told me a bit of what's going on. Nerul, the cult, the Hallowed, the Dome. There's many things that are happening all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Finding the gods.
What was the Hound?
Hallowed?
Oh, Hallowed.
Hallowed is the cult of Nerul.
Yep. That one I remember. I thought there was a dog plotline that I'd missed completely.
You were like, what?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Just watched Ghostbusters, but I was still confused.
The gatekeeper.
You've quickly far surpassed my power, the things that I can do.
What can you do?
Do a good bit of magic. Nothing like what you guys can do.
I mean, I can't do that much magic. Art's really the magic maker.
Very true. But if you're at an equal level of power to Augustus, Broderick.
Equal is... I don't know. Those guys are serious shit stoppers.
Those are the ones that you'd be facing off against if there was a battle to come. If not, Magnus himself.
Possibly all of them at once.
Possibly all of them at once.
We will not forget about the sword and shield as well.
Absolutely.
They have more heavy players on the table than we do.
So what are you going to do about it?
I think we need some time to think. But right now, things don't look good.
Time is not something that we can afford.
Time is not our friend, I know. I'm aware. Do you have any ideas?
Hardigan, in our quest for allies, I remember that during your journeys apart from us, you had not just Owana, but you brought back even a small halfling man back to the citadel. Do you have contact with them?
I do
Would
not.
they be allies in this?
Might be, but I mean, one person that I met up with was a barbarian that helped us out in the city. I don't know if they're dead or alive anymore. The halfling I don't have any contact with, and I don't have any means to contact them.
He did leave you a note.
He did.
Just said that he was leaving to find his brother.
Mm-hmm. And as far as I know, his brother was in
The last you knew, he would have been
Greenhaven.
in Greenhaven.
Yeah.
Problematic.
We lost Garavan, who was a pretty heavy hitter.
Has anyone heard from Anders? since he left his post here.
He went to the city? The river storm? I'm sure someone could reach out to him if needed.
Not exactly in his prime, but could certainly be of use. Looking for every available hand, he is more than capable.
Do you have a message you want to send to him?
You were in, what was that city where everybody died that we were in?
Riverstorm.
Not Riverstorm.
Woodhaven.
Greenhaven.
Greenhaven? Yeah.
Woodhaven.
Woodhaven. Yeah, Woodhaven. Is Tarvis okay?
He did not make it. I offered to take him out of the battle. He declined.
What about your other friend? The other paladin? What was her name?
Olivia?
I think.
That's amazing. You know that there, Whitey?
No, I know that.
No, I do.
You know Olivia?
On my journey to find out about you and seek you out, I traveled to Riverstorm at first to gather the information. Once I saw the Riverstorm was overrun, I was more or less forced to go up the mountainside and I found myself in a tiny town called Aldera, where I spoke to Olivia.
Is she well?
She is well. She is doing just fine.
We probably want to leave her out of this, though.
She said she is done with that life.
I imagine so.
So you guys have some decisions to make? You have a city to run? You have a citadel to run? A council seat to fill? What can I do for you?
How fast could Galen get his troops to Riverstorm if he had to?
I'm sure they could get there quick. They are joined their forces with Iranex, who has many ships in their fleet. They share a river. River does flow right by Riverstorm.
We have 2 days. Or 1 day. It's been a day, so we have 1 day before we need a plan.
What were the terms exactly of this timeline?
What I understand, ideally we're supposed to get the tome and let him know in 2 days. We will trade it. If we'll be able to get the tome, I have no idea. But I haven't specifically told them that we'd be able to get the tome in 2 days, or that we would be able to. It's just, I have to contact him in 2 days to.
What was that information that your scribe told you last night?
Do you even know that?
He was there.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh.
Yep. No, it's good.
I'm like.
There. She believes she's discovered a pattern in the door frames of the dream realm. She said that the name of the place, Evermere, is often crafted into the door frame in one form or another.
Go ahead and roll perception.
20.
Oof. You can't roll lower than our passive, right? So 15.
15. Wait. Yeah.
I was 11 because of my passive.
Yeah, you see the staff emit a warm glow the minute he says Evermere. And it starts to vibrate just ever so slightly. You can feel it in your pack vibrating.
Is that a staff in your pack? Or are you just happy to see us?
And here we are.
It's warm and throbbing.
Oh no! What? Throbbing.
Quivering. It appears to want to enter the door.
Oh no!
Stupid.
I'm 7 years old.
Yep. Okay. All right. So,
Come on, guys. Adults here.
15.
are we? Yeah. Like, really? Okay. So,
What's that all about, Arkin?
The what?
The flagpole sticking out your shoulder is glowing and dancing.
That's all you got?
Evermere.
You say it again?
Yeah.
It glows a little brighter.
Does it glow brighter every time you say it?
Well, I've said it twice and it's glowing brighter and brighter.
It's starting to shed a dull red. At first it was just a warm aura, and then it becomes a dull red, and then it becomes
Is this still the night of the council meeting or the next morning?
It's the same night.
Evermere.
Thank you. I was like, well, I definitely think we should be careful about.
It now sheds a bright light. Everyone make a wisdom save.
Yeah, that's cool.
Ooh, I actually have a chance.
I'll use one of my inspirations.
19.
Let's see. 19.
7. Oh, 7, 8.
Wow. I have a great plus, but a horrible roll. So I get a 14.
Oh, do we have all bonuses because of being near you?
You should get all a +4 on saves.
Oh, 23.
That'd be plus 6. So 13.
23.
23, 23, 13,
14.
14.
Yep.
Well, you two fail.
Sweet.
Good. I like that half voice.
We're
The
like,
light
"Wee."
becomes so bright that it blinds you.
Awesome. I'm like, wait, stop saying it. Stop saying it.
You said it.
No one else say it. I was
You guys
wrong.
shield your eyes. You're not blinded. And it starts to fade slightly, but it stays lit. And it's now moving. It's not just vibrating, it's not quivering. It is kind of shaking in your pack.
What do I do with this?
I'm going to lean and reach over your shoulder unless you stop me. And I'm going to grab the staff and take it out.
All right, when you take it out, give me a strength check.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Whoops.
Hey,
Remember when you were strong?
it's 13.
You were so close.
Yeah.
Those negatives are killing you, bud.
Wait.
Didn't you take the gauntlets of
Oh,
Ogre Strength?
that's
You took the gauntlets.
Tia has a -2. I only have a -1. 14.
Still not enough.
Where am I? I only have my Tia sheet out. That's
I don't
terrible.
know, but
She's so
the
weak.
hit points are like, why do I only have 3 hit points?
She has 10 hit
You
points.
grab the staff, you pull it out of the pack, and it slams to the ground. And when it does, it feels like its weight is now just staying upright.
Oh. I knew it.
So I hear like a chunk. I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah, you're still blind.
Yeah.
I think something magic.
Well, do the thing.
Evermere!
You sound like that kid from the Never-Ending Story. Falcon!
The staff shatters into nothingness, into a million pieces. It disintegrates, and a portal rips itself into the space-time continuum.
Hey guys, what's happening? I'm hearing stuff. It doesn't sound good. You really check me in.
I'll go in.
Go that way, Delrin. Okay. What?
We need to get away.
Okay, and I go.
You shove them in.
I'm going too, but
You guys got a new character ready?
Yeah, always.
We're all going in.
I always have a new character ready. I'm like, I mean,
I'll go
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
I'm blind, so I don't know what's going on.
Merritt is like, right this way. And he shoves you in. You take one step and you. It feels cold. As cold as when that water entered your lungs when you guys were shoved through. You didn't even shove. When you walked through the portal into Thruel's domain.
Do not like the cold.
It feels just like that. And when you resist it for a second, it's like. He disappears instantly through it.
I disappear.
Wait, was it Thurl or Nerul?
Thruel.
Oh, we were at Thurl. Nerul is the other one. Gotcha.
Yeah, Earl is guy.
The same thing for you, Raphael. As your hand goes in, it's freezing. It's like ice. First, your hand went in. You try to pull it back. Its force is so strong, it just pulls you forward. You can't even resist it. Well, you could try. Roll a strength if you want to try to resist it.
Oh, I didn't get to do that.
Yeah, you got too far in.
Nice.
So it's a plus 11, so 27.
You could resist it.
I do resist it.
You
Okay,
pull
stay
your
behind.
hand back, and you feel your whole hand is now freezing up to here.
I just jumped in the Stargate. Wazoom.
And I guess I just plunge forward.
Head first?
Yeah. It was like a Band-Aid. My hand was in it. I'm like, that sucks. And then I just go, what?
You feel the same thing. You feel the breath ripping out of your lungs. You step out, and you can't see anything. You are completely blind.
When can we make another save? Okay.
That's cute. You think you can make another save.
Usually blind effects you make a save every round. Do that every round. Whatever.
You're still blind.
Okay.
You guys plunge in after they go in?
Oh, I planned on going in first.
Oh, well, Artigan's already there to catch you. Merritt, you're last?
Mm-hmm. I take a quick glance at Chenier. But I step through.
Did Chenier
Gives you
get
a
blinded?
Head bow. No, he did not get blinded.
He's obviously a traitor. Come on, guys.
He rolled a natural 20 to not be
What have
blinded.
you guys learned? Shares evil is fun.
Yeah, way to ask it in front of me.
Never trust the dirt wizard. What's your problem? You don't even trust the dirt wizard. Why'd you do it?
You're like, great. Was there any super secret information we wanted to talk about right now?
Sweet.
And you plunge through, Merritt. Artigan, you're already in there.
Mm-hmm.
When you stepped through this portal, you were in a nice, quiet forest where the sky is completely purple. Not black, not a normal blue sky. It's just a solid color of purple. Almost as if it's just a pastel sky. It doesn't even seem real. It probably isn't. You've most likely entered into the Evermere.
What's happening?
I think we're in the dream world.
What the?
There are trees around. They twist up in weird, different ways. They don't grow like normal trees. Some are growing almost completely horizontal, where they connect to another tree that moves off in its own chaotic way. It's somewhat similar to a Feywild look, but not as vibrant. Like, the tree life isn't as vibrant, and they're not swaying on their own or moving. It's almost like everything here looks like it's a statue of itself, just silent, still, quiet. You don't sense the presence of vibrant life around you.
Is there paths or anything?
There is no path.
So, I look behind me. Is the gate? Did the gate close, or is it still open?
The gate is still open as Merritt steps through it.
Am I still blind?
Yeah, you're still blind.
Okay, give me a second.
He was like, there is no until you are blind.
Oh, fuck's sake, I didn't memorize Lesser Resto.
Maybe it'll last for tomorrow.
Sweet.
You hear a single chirp in the forest, the chirp of a bird.
Do I see a bird?
You look around the pastel sky, you look through the purple. You don't see anything. The grass doesn't sway to a wind or to movement. It just sits there. As you pass by some brush or some underbrush or some grass, it shatters like glass.
I will kind of drag my hand across the dirt.
Can you guys see what's going on?
Yeah.
I can't see anything.
Here, take my arm. I don't need you falling.
You grab the dirt and you carve it out and you pull it up and it just sticks together like all the particles plump into one lumpy ball of dirt. Almost magnetically. You don't have to really force them together.
It's like kinetic sand.
Weird.
Yeah, kind of like that.
And then I'll give it a toss off into the brush.
You give it a toss, and when you do, it explodes away from each other again into particles of dirt.
As soon as I'm not touching it.
It doesn't seem to have any pattern to what's happening here.
What an unusual place.
Shall we walk towards the chirp of the bird?
Do I still hear it?
No, you heard the single
I
chirp.
just heard one. Can I mimic it and whistle it back?
You do what you can to mimic it. You hear the chirp once more.
I'm all bird boxed over here. I'm like, what? Like, where's can you see the bird? Does it look like the bird that we know? Is it a weird bird? Does the bird want to eat us?
Do we know which way that was?
Yeah. When you heard it the second time,
Mm-hmm.
now you can tell the direction it's coming from.
Okay.
Go ahead and move in that direction.
Yeah, it
He was
seems.
moving through this grove of trees.
Raphael, are you able to see where you're going?
His eyes are harder to tell because they're light pink, right?
Mm-hmm.
As an albino.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell though his body movement, his motions, he's really struggling with being able to see.
Mhm.
If you have any notion of insight at all.
No, my friend, I am unable to see. Where are we?
We are in a world of purple skies and trees and bushes that shatter like glass.
This sounds amazing.
Indeed.
What was this noise we heard?
There's a bird of some sort. Here, I will pass Cooper off to Art again.
Hold on a second. Wait. Before you pass me, for one person or the other, you guys should come over here so I can get my hands on both of you.
This sounds
Sure. Yeah. Huddle up.
not appropriate.
Group meeting.
I'm gonna cast Aid really quick on the three of us with a 5th level spell slot and give us all 20 extra hit points.
Who's the three of us?
1, 2, 3.
So 20 temporary hit points.
Poor Raphael.
Yeah.
I don't need them. I'm buff.
The beefy. Where's the beef?
Lasts for 8 hours, so.
Oh wow.
So you cast Bless. It's not concentration.
It's
aid.
aid.
It's not concentration.
Nope.
And you 3 have 20 temporary hit points.
Yep.
Okay.
You walk through this forest, silently still.
That's what I ditched Lesser Resto for, was aid.
Might as well
Creepy
use it.
looking forest.
What's up?
It's kind of a creepy looking forest because the trees don't cast shadow. The light doesn't come from the sky. It's just light from all around. This would be a Shadow Monk's worst nightmare of a realm because there's almost no shadows wherever you look. It's very awkward. It's really hard to wrap your mind around what you're seeing as you're walking through. And from, well, actually give me a perception check, everyone.
Except
Really?
for the 2 of us.
Except for you two.
Natural 20.
We got this.
You two guys. You guys could just skip that part. They're leading you. Who's got who?
Oh, I thought I was with Merit.
Okay.
I'm probably with Delaran then.
You see the tree in front of you. It's really wide, like 8 feet wide and round, and the bark shifts slightly. It almost looks like something translucent in front of it shifts.
That's funny.
I'm curious.
So you two see that.
The spell that I learned was See the Invisible for my last level.
See the what?
See the Invisible.
Right.
I mean, that's what I learned.
Do you do anything?
My gut quivers for a moment, and I think I've had my fun. So I'm going to use my staff to cast Lesser Restoration on these 2 yokels.
Thanks, man. Here's Blindness.
1 charge, 2 charges?
I'll
Just mark them
I
off.
have, okay. I have full charges at the moment, so.
Before he quite casts it, you see that shifting, translucent, wavy pattern, as if the air is moving in waves around this bark, start to naturally form into solid material. And it starts forming into what looks like a creature that you've never seen, a creature that you've probably never even heard of. And it's looking right at you, and what you see is it has 6 different horns that are extending from its heads with different curvy patterns. Not heads, head with curvy patterns, and it's mostly covered in fur with real long fingers and nails, and when it smiles you can see its fangs. Its face is a tannish leathery color. Its feet are digitigrade with hooves at the bottom, and it looks at you.
Who
It
or
doesn't
what are
seem
you?
to be aggressive.
Who or what are you?
I am your dream guide.
Thanks.
Uh,
Whoa. So,
You can call me DeVay.
so I can see suddenly?
Mr. DeVay?
DeVay.
Mr. Dove. Take a blink.
Hi. You are a strange looking individual.
You walk into a room with a match. There's a candle, an oil lantern, a fireplace. Which do you light first?
Is it cold outside? I think fireplace.
A candle.
What do you guys think?
This is not my forte.
Okay, a pass. Art?
Oh, aren't you the intellectual guy?
You see, with your natural
Suppose-
insight, he's counting down on his long fingers with claws.
I suppose we light the candle to see.
Okay, we're gonna pick candle.
Wrong. A match. And he flickers out of existence. Roll your initiative. You feel the ground shaking.
God damn it, I hate those
Natural
riddles.
20.
There's a 10, and then a 2. So 10.
You light the match so that you can light the fireplace on it.
Yeah.
Right. I don't light matches. That's the bullshit way to do. You snap your fingers and all are lit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Why the fuck? What are you? Stupid in between steps. And just to prove it, I'm gonna set everything on fire.
While you
this is how I do it.
You know, I set up
Emulate.
a battlefield.
Thank God I did this, guys. Oh man, I felt a little guilty saying this in front of Chenier, but then I was like, you know what? I don't care. This is awesome.
She nearly killed us.
You know, who knows what the fuck he's doing near that portal? We have to go back at some point.
We'll kill him
I can go back.
in a polite way.
See if I can even make this work.
I'll write a note to Prince Galen in his stomach. Sorry, we had to kill Chenier. Yeah, see you soon. Love, Delrin.
Oh God, you're the worst.
I mean, maybe.
Would everybody roll?
We'll get there. That way I don't have to keep repeating it over and over.
I see what's going on. All right.
All right. This is you guys kind of in the clearing.
Who's got the golden goose on his head?
That's your friend
Oh yeah.
Raphael.
For right now, anyway.
Right.
I
It's
You have a golden
the
swan hat.
it's the interim mini. We're just keeping it there for.
Like
I should
that.
turn on the battle cam. Oh yeah, thank you.
Oh, when did Artigan become a real dude?
Pinocchio.
No, I mean, when did he become a real mini? Wasn't he like the flat mini for a long time?
Lorenzo was a flat mini.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you paint art?
Nope.
Probably right.
Hmm.
I did it.
I want you to paint my next guy. Just saying.
What the hell is wrong with this?
What? No, it's fine. I just think that
I
G
gave
is
you an
exceptionally
eye patch.
talented. He's exceptionally talented.
You can paint all of them.
I'm more
That's what
comfortable.
you get for doing them well.
Yeah. It's like doing the dishes.
Yeah, there you go. I should have done a worse job.
Give Delrin 2.0 blackface. Perfect.
Give me your initiatives.
He already painted my next
10.
character. It's the White
19.
Dragon.
Right.
You're still this, by the way.
It's fine.
23.
10.
So me and you are in the same spot. You want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
Probably me. 15.
11. It's you.
Yeah, I go firstest.
Maybe. Actually, you guys are the last. The last first. Gotcha.
The first last. All right, let's do this. This guy's going to be sad that he decided to pick on us. Thanks for letting me see, by the way.
Yeah, happy to
Appreciate
help.
that.
Happy to help.
Okay, here we go. You feel the ground shaking. The dirt that you had pulled together with your fingers that started clumping up together all starts forming into weird little nodule clumps of dirt. As the ground starts to shake, it's like they're all starting to collect together in little dirt balls. The trees start to fall and shatter. Some disappear entirely. Just out of nowhere, they shatter into like a glass-like substance that turns into the dirt when it hits the ground.
Double strike.
But go ahead. Artigan.
And we have no enemies around us right now?
Nope. No enemies around.
I will cast invisibility on myself.
Artigan disappears.
Sweet. Bye, Art.
Raphael, you see Artigan disappear. You
I-
see, as this is happening, another tree hits the ground, and when it hits, it shatters into nothingness. The sounds are weird because they're accentuated, and it actually sounds like glass when it starts to crack and shatter.
Instinctively, I go right over to Merritt.
So you go
Stay-
back here.
Kill me?
No. Stay close to me, my friend.
That's what you do. Let's try that again. That was amazing. Fun times had by all.
Sorry.
Merit. A creature bursts through this ground. And it bursts up like a... It's somewhat hard to describe, but a chitinous, worm-like creature protrudes through and it explodes upwards, and it looks like it's reaching out, and it goes to bite you.
Oh, come on. Oh, I know. This is the thing I accidentally painted. Forgot about that.
Man, what?
I forgot about that guy. Pretty
It's
proud
the
of that one.
catter and crawler, right?
It's the purple worm.
Yeah, right.
What is your AC? Actually, I have it here.
It's like 12, 14, something like that.
14. Did you ever put on your armors? I'm assuming you did when you went
Yes.
back to the Citadel. So it goes to bite. And it definitely hits.
And I use my reaction
to
Give
what?
him a disadvantage.
to give him disadvantage because I have protection.
Do you say anything to Merritt as it's about to strike?
Watch out.
He puts his shield in the way. That's what he does.
We're trying to make it...
I mean, that's what it is, though.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I mean, it could be anything. He could push me out of the way.
Yeah.
All right. That's,
You do your best, though, to throw yourself in the way. And this creature, when it slams down in, the force, the strength of its body pushes you away, and it clamps down onto Merritt.
Shit. Thanks for those extra 20.
mm-hmm. Don't worry, I got your back.
Yeah, apparently I don't. Sorry, guys.
Stick close to me. This is where the worm is coming.
No kidding. Stand in front of me.
You'll be my bodyguard.
You will take...
The human shield.
Yeah.
need
I
shield.
need
The tiefling
shield.
shield. Oh, only 9 levels of damage. Easy.
That will be 15 piercing damage.
Sweet.
And you see from its jaws these extra jaws on the side stretch open like this and slam down after it bites you. It's kind of like side mandibles now, too.
Got cidables?
Sidables. 14. That is still enough.
Yep.
So. And when they slam onto you, all the teeth lock on.
With the first hit, can I use the Hellish Rebuke?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to... I haven't done that in forever. I forget even how to... I think I
It
have.
rolls a dex.
No, it rolls a dex
Oh.
save.
Aw, that was a
Damn.
waste and a half. And you see these side mandibles stretch open wide, and then for a second you see them stretch across time into infinity. Like It's really mind-bending what just happened. They stretch almost paper thin and slam together. 15 damage, and it'll make a dex save, which it fails.
5 different apps open. Hellish Rebuke is here. So it's 3d10 fire damage. 2, 3. So 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
17.
And then when its secondary attack hits, it also takes 2 fire damage because I am temporarily wreathed in flame.
If you're doing fire damage and you roll a 1, don't you reroll a 1?
You reroll all ones.
Yeah.
Flames of Phlegothos.
So
you meant
4
5.
to 5.
Not 2, yeah. There you
So we went 2 to 5?
go.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. So that's 3 more. So that happened on right before you can act, Delaron. You see this creature explode up out of the ground, slams down with its jaws onto Merritt. Its other jaws, its side mandibles, also clamp onto him.
So is he all grappled
What
up?
was the secondary damage for the side mandibles?
14.
14.
Is he grappled
15,
up?
sorry, 15.
So it was 15 and 15?
15 and 15.
Okay.
No, he is not all grappled up, technically restrained.
Okay.
It bites him, and its jaws are starting to loosen for another bite.
I'm going to move into it.
How so? Right
Just-
there?
No, I'm going to swing around to Merritt's side and go between Merritt and where Art was.
Okay. So you're all kind of clumped up into one area.
I am going to use my bonus action to push Merritt 5 feet back. 5 feet, like, you know what I'm saying? That way.
I know what you want to do, but it's impossible in the angle.
Oh, I can't.
You'd
Push
be pushing him into Raphael.
Can you pull instead
No.
of push?
Nope. I cannot pull instead of push. I can only push. Okay, well then I won't do that. Instead, I will quicken a booming blade.
Okay.
Or is it a booming blade? It's a booming blade. So I'm gonna swing 3 times.
As this is happening, it's weird because you hear all the ringing sounds of the sword being drawn, the shield clanging, the teeth clenching in, but everything outside of it is like silence. There's no echoes of sound. There's no sound bouncing off of different surfaces. Go ahead and roll.
4. Okay, so that's shitty. 17.
17 to hit is a hit.
Okay, so that's 48 and 2d6 plus 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 10, 25, 33.
33 damage as you drive your sword through this creature's chitinous plates. And when you do, you see one of the plates just shatter as part of this world.
And then I am going to what's the thing that I do? I'm going to use Necrotic Shroud on my action. So I bust out my wings. Bam!
Is that a bonus action?
No, that's my action. The bonus action was to quicken the booming blade.
So you blow out your wings, which read the power because it might not work.
Once per long rest as an action, you can transform, causing all within 10 feet to make a charisma saving throw or
That's all
be
you guys.
frightened of you until the end of your next turn. This lasts for 1 minute or until you end it as a bonus action. Once in your turn, you can have one attack or spell deal 15 points of extra necrotic
Do
damage
they have to
the
see
target.
you?
Nope. All within 10 feet.
All within 10 feet.
Do we get your +4?
You do.
It's weird. 17.
Sorry, Art.
What do I have to do now?
That's DC 17. Make a charisma saving throw.
So I make it.
You do it.
Oh, you know what? I'll use an inspiration because I don't feel like being frightened. There we go.
You get a +4, so you make
Art's
it.
like la-di-da.
Yep.
Got all
These
this
guys make
built-up
it.
inspiration. The creature does not succeed.
So it's frightened. That means
I
it's
know. I got
disadvantage on
frightened.
attacks, yeah.
And that's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Swung, and then I was like, be
Merrick.
afraid.
I think that's a pretty good idea, and I burst out my wings as an action and begin to fly up.
All right. So you go up.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to use spiritual weapon to create a tiny floating orb of sun and give it a little smacksy on the way by.
Okay.
As I'm going up.
So you use your action to fly. I'm going to move you a little out of the way.
Yeah.
Just for camera's sake. And you create a ball of light, your spiritual weapon. It's just a ball of light. It's not attached to a chain. It's not attached to anything. And you roll to hit.
Try to give it the old attack.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Dice.
And it smashes into the creature.
I don't think I've ever crit, so it's.
I don't think you've ever crit either.
Well,
You barely attack, so.
D8 plus 6. So I double the dice.
Yeah.
So
Boy.
D8.
Wait, is
I
this
re-roll.
Fireball.
Is it fire? Yeah, I don't think it's fire. I think it's radiant. So
That's
you don't
right.
re-roll the ones.
This is his
It
little
is
weapon thing that he does.
force.
Or force. So yeah.
Force. All right, so that was a
1 and a 4.
and a 4. So 5
Plus your spell
6.
Plus your
because
plus 1.
Yep. So
11.
So we're up at 11,
Okay.
and that is all.
So the ball slams into this creature and it disappears inside of it and then comes out the other side. And when it does, you see a small section of its armor, its chitinous plate, explode, and it shatters into slivers, into sections of different looking reflective plates. And it's weird to see reflections when there's no light sources around, but it does happen.
Yeah.
It
Interesting.
brings the idea of this dream realm being somewhat abstract.
Curious.
Artigan, you are invisible.
Yep. I will go around behind it. And I'm going to swing my sun sword and do 2 attacks on it, but I'm going to activate it mid-swing.
So you swing
flourish.
your cold steel sword, and in the mid-swing, it brightens up into a sun-like color. It doesn't. Does it radiate tons of light?
A sun sword's not actually doesn't have a blade.
Yeah.
It's a handle and like
It's
it's
a
like a
lightsaber.
Jedi.
Oh, okay, it's a lightsaber.
Yep, so mid-swing just...
So undo all the description I just gave and take it back. You swing a hilt, and then mid-swing, it does extend up into a sun sword. What's the shape of the sword?
It's just like a Jedi saber, I would say.
Okay, a large staff.
Mhm.
That glows, not
Yep.
not quiver.
Mhm.
And it slams in. Well, maybe it slams into the creature, maybe
So,
not.
would I have advantage to attack because I'm invisible? Or no?
You do
Is he
not.
frightened
Okay.
as well?
Yeah, that's tremor sense. Yeah, that's only when it attacks.
You don't know anything.
First one is 29 to hit.
How many eyes?
How much?
It's 29 to hit.
I think that's a hit.
And, let's see, 6 damage.
6 damage.
And swing again. Is a 22 to hit
Okay.
for 12 damage.
You swing your light sword at it, and you cut through one section of its side. You cut through one of the spikes, and the spike just falls off and dissolves into nothingness when it goes all the way through. Raphael.
I am going to so Merritt's in the sky. Delaron, how close is Delaron to me?
10 feet away.
Yeah, 10 feet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move in. I'm gonna move right next to him,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna cast Frostbite as a cantrip.
Okay. It makes a save, right?
Yep, Constitution. 16.
16. Let me double check. It does not make it.
Great. So, target takes 1d6 cold damage.
Takes more than 1d6. Takes 3d6.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So
It
3.
went up. I need one more
Just
d6.
roll one over.
That's fine. So that's 8. And 6 would be 13. 14, sorry.
14 damage as you see this frost start to form up on one of its plates, and then it starts webbing out throughout the entire plate, and you can see it start to crunch like armor that's being frozen, maybe.
Right. And since I did that, I cast a cantrip, and it says I have war magic. I can make one weapon attack.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go to my actions. Attack. So that would be my d20. And it's plus 11 to hit. So, bummer skis. Alright. So that's going to be a 13 to hit.
13?
Yeah.
Not a hit.
Okay. And I'm just going to stick next to Delaron for right now.
Okay. You stick next to Delaron. Everyone around may make an attack as it goes up. It looks like it's about to burrow itself in a great big arc into the ground as it goes up, and then it continues to go up, and it continues to go up, and it continues to go up. You can make an attack of opportunity as it is now starting to fly through the air.
Oh, wait. So is
to 0.
Is it trying to get away?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's moving up.
It's just,
It's just growing up.
Just keeping
no, it's
on,
fine.
keeping on.
You can reduce its movement to 0.
Is the thing that he went in the way of, was that last turn, or was that?
That was before he took a chance to act, which now reset his reaction.
Gotcha.
Right. So if it's trying to get away,
It's trying to move.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely take my reaction and I'm going to attack it.
Okay. Is that your feat?
Yeah,
that
it's
is
his feet.
That's my sentinel.
Okay. I will read it just to make sure.
Reduces its movement to 0.
You have to hit, though.
Yeah, you got to hit.
So first, roll a hit, and I'll still have to read it.
24.
24.
24 is a definite hit. What's it called?
Sentinel.
Okay.
That would be a 13 for damage.
Is it flying or just really long
Yeah.
and still
Yeah.
climbing out?
Well, I'll tell you when I figure out what this does. Okay. Thirsty?
Yeah.
So like you just drank the whole thing.
No, just drink some water, man.
Oh, and it has because it has frostbite. It does have disadvantage.
And it was a fear,
On the-
too.
What's that?
It's been frightened, so it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Oh
Alright.
yeah.
It starts to move and you strike it, and as you do, your sword starts to cut through its hardened plate armors and forces it to stop as it's moving upward.
So here's my question. Do we all still get attacks of opportunity on it?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's such a weird question.
I don't know how that works.
I think they happen all simultaneously,
Okay.
That'd be my guess.
so I'm gonna say yes. You can all roll your attack.
Okay. I rolled an attack already on it, and I got a little
I get
21 to hit.
Hit. What damage did you do again, by the way?
13.
13.
Another 9 for me.
I am going to smite it with a 2nd level spell slot.
Okay.
So that's 3d8 more than usual. So 2d8.
While this happens and while you guys are striking it,
1, 2,
give me a perception check.
3d8 more plus 2d6.
20.
I gotta figure something out for passive perception. It's weird that it always works even when you're distracted.
Yeah, I would say that you have to.
I don't know.
20.
It's just weird to me. Probably next campaign I'll figure something out.
Okay.
20.
There's got to be.
I
a
am
way
trained
to
in
make it
perception, I
useful.
guess.
Ready? So 27 plus 23 is 50.
Okay.
So 50.
16.
Rap.
You
20.
shatter like 8 plates at the same time, and a whole ringlet of this armor that kind of goes around it shatters, and it's now not even connected. One part of its body is not connected to the other as you go right through it, and it still moves as if it's connected. It's not moving away, but it is moving.
Super creepy. Yeah, so 50.
What'd you roll?
16 for perception.
Damage.
Oh, damage? That was a 9 for damage.
Perception.
15.
23.
You feel the world start to shake. The entire world. Trees are falling.
Oh
Hits
my
hard again.
gosh!
Roll a dex save, Artie.
Actually, I was behind it, so I wasn't.
Yeah,
there.
he moved around to behind it.
Yeah.
Roll
There
a
we
dex
go.
save, Arden. That's brutal.
Everything starts to fall and shatter. This world is shaking.
Oh boy.
A match. I should have said a match.
Oh no! It's Mama!
Holy shit, dude.
Something explodes
Shit just got
out of the
real.
ground.
I'm so impressed.
Did you
It
paint
is
that?
pretty awesome.
Nope. This was a surprise.
Surprise.
How long
you
you
paint
been?
that?
How long you been holding on to that guy?
For a while now.
Oh god.
Artigan.
Some bad shit. Yeah,
It explodes
you're in a
up
bad
behind you.
spot.
I'd like to be by the tree again.
Yeah, should I fucking
Can I
dex
roll
save,
that
huh?
reflex into the tree, please?
Let the tree hit me! Let the tree hit me!
And it goes to bite.
Oh, you're in some shit, dude.
It hits.
We're all gonna die.
No,
We're all gonna dream.
come on, don't be a bitch.
We're gonna be died.
No, we're good.
No, dead.
No, we're all right.
When it hits, you feel its claws pierce into your back, into your shoulder, into your chest, because it goes right over your head.
You're welcome for the hit points.
Did the dream
Go ahead and
guy
roll a dex save.
say his name? Did the dream guy say his name?
He did.
I don't remember what it was.
Uranex.
No.
It's just a name that I've heard today.
How far away am I from
It's a
Delaran?
kingdom.
Too far from the
Yeah, I
bottom?
think he did.
Okay.
He did say his name. I just don't remember
Yeah.
what.
Well, dex save is still 20.
That is enough as it goes to try to rip you up off your feet, and it
wants
tries
to
to
eat
pull you up into the air. You roll out of the way, and its mandibles slam into you. So they will still hit them.
You're in the wrong place, man.
You know what time it is.
They do not hit. They hit against your armor, and they clamp down. And they're now held against you. They start
Dude, you
to
need to get angry.
slowly release outwards. This creature will go to attack you, Raphael, as you stopped it from moving.
Has disadvantage.
It has disadvantage. It definitely does not hit you. It clamps down, and you can see its other mandibles trying to stretch and reach around and clamp into you. In a very odd and unnatural way. Not a realistic looking way. They're stretching like 8 feet longer than they should. And then as they pull back against your armor, you hear the scraping of metal as they're scraping across your armors and retracting into its jaw. But it does not hit you.
Okay, good. That's nice.
Go ahead, Delaran.
Okay, so I look at you before I leave, and I say, between the worms, back to back. Then I run around this side, and I push Art 5 feet that way with my bonus action. And I tell you, get the fuck out of here.
So you're going to push him.
Push him that way.
That way. Well, you don't have to roll if you just let him push you.
I'll let him push me.
Force movement doesn't provoke attacks
So
from
you
these guys.
push him 5 feet.
I think what's his name might have reached that covers his near distance.
Yeah, that's very possible, but I did something. Yeah. And then I...
But at least I hit my friend.
Yep.
Push. Just
push. I'm like, get out of here, man. And then I'm going to attack it 2 times. No, that's...
As you go to attack, all the trees start to rewrite themselves and reappear where they exploded.
We should not have come here. Okay, so I have a 16 to hit it and then a 24.
16 is not a hit.
So it's like...
Which one are you hitting?
The big one.
24 is a hit.
Its attention. Okay, so the 24 is a hit. I will smite with the 2nd level spell slot. I'm just going to shit through all my resources. Because that's how we do it. So that's 3d8 more. So 2d8 plus 3d8 plus 2d6 plus 23 because I'm on necrotic.
These creatures, for being so large, are making 0 noise except for their bodies moving through items and clamping down onto you and their jaws opening, but they're not making actual sounds.
Okay, 8 plus 2 is 10.
No roars.
6 plus 4 is 10 more. That's 20.
They're not bellowing or crying.
7 and 7 is 14, so that's 34. Plus 23 is 50, 62. So slam for
And
62
you
damage.
slam your sword in, and unlike the other one, when you hit just as well, you don't cut it almost directly in half. You cut through one of its large plate armors, and you do cut through that plate. And you can feel it give way as if something that isn't there is starting to shatter away, and there's now this gaping hole. And when you look in that hole, where before you saw the purple plate of armor, now you see like an inky black void that looks like you're looking up into a night sky with little twilight sparkles here and there.
Okay.
Merritt.
I tell the worm, come on.
I love when you do that.
Yeah, I tell the worm to get some.
I am going to...
Oh, how much damage did I take from the worm, by the way? I don't think I wrote that down.
I don't think he took any damage.
He definitely took damage.
Yeah, but he didn't roll for damage.
Nah,
Did
he
roll,
didn't
but
take any damage.
I told you.
Oh.
The second hit.
Maybe. I don't think so, though.
21.
Okay.
So just 1 after all said and told.
Yep.
I'm going to ask a stupid
I
question.
think I was distracted.
Do these guys deal magical damage?
Dream damage.
So yes,
In
it's
your
magical,
dreams.
right?
Merritt.
So I'm going to continue to fly up a little bit more and kind of strafe around.
You saw this one try to reach up into the air and try to come back up instead of digging down into the earth, and then you saw Raphael strike it before it could.
Yep. And so as I'm still going up and around, I'm going to kind of strafe a little bit.
That way?
And
way?
this way a little bit. Yeah.
That way, right there.
Yeah, but closer still. I'm not that. I'm just moving a little bit for flavor purposes as I rock it around. And so I'm going to whip the spiritual weapon first, and then I'm going to firebolt after. Both at the small.
You see
Devastator.
trees as this creature is shaking and moving the earth.
15.
Is a miss.
And then firebolt. Plus 11 is 17.
Is a miss.
Son of a
You
bee.
streak 2 blasts of fire. Well, you only get 1 shot.
No, the
One
spiritual
fire.
weapon's a bonus.
Yeah, spiritual weapon's
okay,
a bonus.
okay.
I'm going to use my favored blessing, whatever.
Is that for attacks too, or is it
Yeah.
just saves and checks?
I'm pretty sure it's whenever I
Double
miss
check that. I think it's just
anything.
saves and checks.
Are you sure 17 doesn't hit the little worm? I thought I hit the little worm with the 17 earlier.
Are you hitting the little worm?
Yes,
Yeah,
these are
you
both
just
for the
hit
little worm.
The 17 will hit.
Oh, well, we'll pass on that for now. I'll find out.
I thought you were hitting the big worm.
I don't care about the big worm. Big worm's going to be my friend.
I got the big worm. It's cool.
Okay.
It's all right.
It's a 3D
I got the big worm.
There we go. 18, 13, 23, 24. Fire damage.
Get some big worm. Get
Tiny
some.
worm.
Yeah, get some big worm.
Oh, it's going to suck in a second. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any worms on the table, dude.
That worm's like, so big!
Yeah, that's the big one.
That's the mama worm.
That's what Merritt did. The fire starts streaking across its body, and its flames lick up and around and through some of the cracks of the plate armors, and then you can see it trying to dig its way into its body in any way it can. Go ahead, Artigan.
Get the fuck out, Art.
I'll take a few steps that way.
That way?
Yep.
Okay, you do.
And I'll look at Delaran and go, you want to be a T-Rex, right?
Always.
I turn him into a T-Rex.
Yeah!
It's saving throw or attack roll, by the way.
Okay. I thought it was ability checks. That's good to know. Just pulling all my stuff out today. Hey, look at all this work that you did for painting is going to use.
I forgot that I painted so many of these things.
The Artigan T-Rex.
Yeah.
Here, let's just
I
push
mean,
him a
that's
little out
that's
of the
not
way.
the Delaran, that's the Artigan.
Yeah, that's fine.
You might as well make a
Is there another
Delaran one
T-Rex?
now.
Yeah, come on.
You... What's it look like when you cast this spell?
I'll just focus on his form and just
That's my T-Rex.
cause it to just slowly grow into a T-Rex.
Okay.
Except his arms. His arms stay the same size.
Yeah.
It's better than last time when you tried to do it and it was like, T-Rex roar.
It was horrible, yeah.
He roars as he grows. Once again, let's see if he can actually last
I
around.
hope I can land some swings. So
I'll use the rest of my movement to go that way.
my magic items don't work anymore, right?
They
They become part of my new form.
Yep.
Correct.
Sweet. It's going to eat the shit out of this T-Rex. I hope it can't swallow me.
Where's that?
So, go ahead. Garavon. Raphael. Sorry. Go ahead, Raphael.
Only a month and a half.
We'll get there.
Well, I see the T-Rex, and it's pretty frightening. But
is.
I think I know what happened because I've seen it once before. So,
Yeah.
an abandoned plan of being back to back with the T-Rex, and I strike it 3 times.
You go for the little one that you're right next to.
Yeah. I
Do you want to move anywhere?
Well, I'm gonna strike the worm 3 times.
You said that.
and I will move
Okay.
back to Artigan.
Okay. So, if you move, you will take an attack of
No,
opportunity.
it won't.
Unless you have something that won't.
I do.
Okay.
Mobile.
Mobile.
Yep.
You still mobile?
Yeah, I got mobile.
Nice. That's this character too, huh?
Yeah. All right, so 18 and 11 is 29, 15 and 11 is 26, and 8 and 11 is 19.
3 hits.
3 hits.
That was it. You did it. 3
Okay,
hits.
Oh boy. So that would be 7, and that would be 8, and then 6 and 6 is 12. So 15 and 12 is
27.
thank you.
27 damage to the little guy.
And I move back to Art again.
Finish him.
Oh yeah. Well, I just go slap, slap, slap.
Those sound effects too. He goes slap, slap,
You
slap.
really miss Garavon, don't you? You don't even know what to do for a finisher move anymore.
No, dude.
The first strike, you see some of its body shatter. The second strike, you come back across with another swipe and more of its body shatters. And the third strike, you swing straight up and through down the middle. And your sword comes out the head and the mouth. And as it does that, it's like a chain reaction of shattering all the way up its body through its mouth. And just millions of splinters of glass go everywhere and then they dissolve into nothing.
So strange. Well, back to Art again.
You move back to Art again. Do you want to be on this side or that side?
I want to be in front of him if we're now facing
like
the
that.
big worm. Yeah.
Get right under
Yep.
T-Rex dump.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
The creature, just like the last one, shoots up and up and up. Its body's now stretching up through the air. And instead of seeing it fall like it should because of the weight of its own mass, it's now suspending itself through the air. You can make an attack as a T-Rex. First time.
I do it. I'm
Of
gonna
opportunity.
Try to bite it.
Smite bite.
I can't do this one.
Yeah.
I already
Just
looked.
do it, dude.
No, I can't do it. It
You just
doesn't-
make it up.
Okay, so I
Slap it
hit
with
with
your
a
hands.
19.
You do hit with a 19.
Okay, so 40, 12. Yeah, I do the T-Rex slap.
Do a box.
40, 12 plus 7.
The T-box.
It's not a medium or smaller creature, is it?
Considering your character's huge,
Yeah.
roll those dice already.
Oh, sorry. I'm like, yeah. There's 10 plus 9 is 19. Plus 3 plus 3 is 6, so that's 25.
Trees start
plus
to right themselves
7.
again.
Am I still all weird and shadowy? That probably doesn't matter anymore. So 32, 25 plus 7.
32.
Mhm.
And you
So I bite it. Sorry. Chunk.
lost something.
If it was a dude-sized thing, I could hang on to it with my mouth and keep chewing on it, but I can't do that.
Definitely not.
No.
How much? 37 did you say?
It's going to show you
Yeah.
what that looks
No,
like in a second.
32.
32.
Maybe. Yeah, it's going to bite me. I'm cool with it.
And as it's extending up into the air, it's going to come back down on Merritt.
Son of a bee.
Why? I'm a
So
T-Rex.
it's coming up and up and up, and
Down and down and down.
get out of here. We're not going to try that. I was going to try to elevate it into the air. That's
Yeah.
like perfect
You get
size for the
some-
mouth.
Get like some string hanging from the old supports.
Let's do that.
Nom nom nom.
Into the maw of hell right there as it tries to
Can I
bite
make
down
like a
onto you.
reflex save since this is like basically an environmental effect?
You will be making one in a minute.
Come on. That's a death save.
Yeah, save or suck.
That's definitely a hit.
Can I intentionally get all the way into its mouth so I avoid the teeth
No.
as it's coming down?
Make a deck save to avoid the teeth. Avoid the teeth.
Take 27 damage,
Ow.
piercing,
Oh, so it did get me.
and make a dex save.
I need to know how to grapple.
I love my +2. Hey, that's a 20.
Natural 20?
Nope. 18
20
plus 2.
is enough. It tries to jam its mouth around you and swallow you up, but you do manage to put yourself out of the way before you go all the way in, and it'll try to slam its side mandibles onto you as well. That is a hit. It really doesn't have trouble hitting you at all.
Don't botch.
Well, I'll roll some extras. Here we go. Give me those.
Oh, it does my fireball. Curse them with your purple teeth.
And make a con save. These side mandibles. Yes.
Yay! I don't have kids.
But it's poison damage if you fail.
I have advantage on saves versus poison and resist poison damage.
So what happened? It bit you.
I guess, yeah, that would be a save too.
Is it poisoning you?
It's trying to. So my
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how I can T-Rex grapple the worm over here.
so 11 plus 8 is 19 on my con save.
That is not enough.
This just turned into a Godzilla movie.
Saves. I'm going to use it.
Dude, I'm
All right,
totally
no roll.
gonna
That's 3.
moth
It's
her
a
up.
20.
Godzilla this shit.
That is enough.
I choose to not die.
You resist the poison as you see it shoot out of its teeth, and it tries to inject you.
So it bit you. It's trying to poison you.
But you do take
Did it eat you?
I'm not
21
swallowed.
piercing damage.
21 more piercing.
As it slams its side mandibles into you and tries to poison you too.
All right.
Go ahead.
Still going.
Delaran, you're
Okay.
a T-Rex.
Okay, is this
I like
thing-
how you're overshadowed by this giant creature when you finally get to be a
And when T-Rex,
T-Rex.
I'm like, oh, it's bigger than me. Is it one size category bigger?
It is gargantuan.
And what am I?
You're huge.
Is that one bigger?
Yes?
Sweet, I can grapple it. So I can give up one of my attacks to grapple it during my attack action. What does grapple do for things?
It lets you grapple them?
What happens if they're grappled?
I'll tell you.
Yeah, it slows you down.
I think
Grappled
you...
then leads to restrained. Restrained means no movement. And
I don't think you can
disadvantage.
restrain someone that's grappled.
You can if you have a feat. There's
Yeah.
a feat that allows you to do it. But what happens if I
Their
grapple?
speed becomes 0, so you'd hold it in the air because it's basically flying now.
Cool.
Well, part of it's still in the dirt back here.
Okay.
Part of it. It's really long.
Okay.
But it's holding itself up in the air right
Its
now.
speed would become 0. Could I move it?
It doesn't do anything else as the effect of grapple. So then
Oh, when
there
you
are
move,
combat actions that you can do.
When you move, you can drag or carry the grappled creature with you, but your speed is halved. So I can grapple him and then move him.
Okay.
Okay, I'm totally gonna bite and grapple this fucker. First, fuck yeah, I run up to him and I bite the shit out of him. And then I'm gonna forgo my other attack and I'm gonna grapple him and pull him.
So you get 2 attacks?
Yeah, I get a bite and then another attack. All right, so...
Is it a bite and a bite?
Nope, it's
So
a
you
bite
get
and a
your
tail.
other attack, and then you get your bite.
Yeah, do
Right?
tail bite.
Okay.
I think.
It just says that I have to give up one of the attacks.
Oh,
weird.
And he already grapples when he bites if they're smaller, so I figured, I don't know. But it's up to you. If you want me to do tail and bite, I don't care. Or tail and grapple.
If you have to give up.
You'd have to give up your bite attack.
That's fine. So I tail smack him for 23.
Okay. That is a hit.
All right. So then...
And he's, like I said, he's still in the ground over here. So you just slam your tail against him.
I slam my tail
before you
against
move
him.
forward and go to bite.
Okay, so my tail is... Oh, my tail is actually a 22.
That's still a hit.
3d8 plus 7. So 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 8 is 15, plus 7 is 22.
Okay.
And then I'm going to grapple him. Let's see. I have strength athletics check by his strength athletics check. So
we roll off.
we're going to roll off. I mean, it's not a great thing for me, but it's all right. You roll a natural 20? Did you do it?
He can't do anything about that.
You rolled a natural 20.
Sure did.
God damn your fucking dice.
See if you botch.
No, I roll a 15 plus... I roll a 27, but it doesn't matter.
You have a plus 12 on grapple?
Well, the T-Rex is a plus 7 on strength, and I'm skilled in grapple.
Does it work like that? You keep your skills?
I don't know. Do you keep your skills?
Doesn't matter right now.
It doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter.
You fail, and
I
you
could
still
roll
would have
37.
failed.
Really?
Yeah.
Man. Well, I'm trying to grapple it, but unsuccessfully.
You try to keep it from moving through the air.
I actually want to... Well, it doesn't matter what I'm trying to do.
You
I'm trying
wanted
to push
to,
it
but
away.
you couldn't.
Yeah.
You tried to get your teeth around it, but it's so large around that you couldn't stretch your jaws far enough, and you're just scrabbling against its chitinous armor.
I'm doing the weird, like, little arm paw on it, too, where I'm like...
It's not a Jeep.
Right?
All right, go ahead, Merritt.
Back. All right, I am going to first. I'm gonna try to smack Mama Bear with the orb. Come on. 22. Yes. Okay. D8 plus 6. Hey, 14 damage.
14 damage.
14 damage.
Okay.
And it's all up on me, huh?
Yes, it is. Right up on you.
It seems like I am favored. So I'm going to use my action to disengage and then
Move.
flee.
Which way?
So it's technically here, and
Yep.
it's a dong pointing at you. I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to go around that away.
This way?
Yep.
Like that?
Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah,
You
about
want to
that.
go 30?
I have my fly speed is like 60 or
you wanna
80
go
or something.
60? You could go twice that.
I'll go a little bit between those trees.
These trees?
No, other trees. Those trees, yeah.
Okay.
Up. So that when they fall again, I don't take it.
Can we do it? Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead, Artigan.
I'm going to hope that Merrick gets a little enjoyment out of my insult to the thing. And I'll say, fight it in its wormhole. And I'll do vicious mockery. And also do healing word for Merrick.
So it saves against your mock. Well, maybe. What's your save? It might not. Might have
Let's
negatives.
see. 8 plus 5 plus 5, so 18.
Is it a charisma?
Shoot. Yeah, wisdom, I think.
It actually fails. It has a negative in wisdom.
Yep, wisdom.
Oh, wait, no, it has a wisdom save. It succeeds.
Okay. Well, I still do healing word. I'll do it at second level.
I don't even know if Vicious Mockery will work on it. Do they have to hear it?
Probably have
Do they have to share language?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it does.
You're just talking to a big giant worm. It has no ears.
Right.
Yeah.
Bite it in its
Show him your
wormhole, which would be his
wormhole.
ear holes, which it doesn't have, so it doesn't know.
You get 9 health.
Hey!
That was very nice of you,
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Raphael.
Called something a wormhole and you got healed for it.
I look to Artigan and I go, you may want to back up. And I will charge in by Delaron.
I'll allow his words of inspiration to allow you to move if you want.
I'll go in between the other two trees that Merritt decided not to go between.
So you do back up, and he runs forward at the same time almost.
But I want to be next to the T-Rex. Thank you.
Really?
Yes, I do. I want to be next to the T-Rex.
You are. You're next to the T-Rex.
Okay. And I am going to cast Frostbite.
Okay.
So it has to make a save, I believe, right?
That's right. It does not save.
Okay, great. And I will attack it for a 22.
Actually, is it a con save?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What's your DC?
16.
It does make it.
My life. Well, 22 to attack.
22. That's a hit. Sorry, it has a really good con save. You roll 3 of those.
What?
Frostbite?
Oh,
D6.
Oh wait, it's saved.
it's saved.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Doesn't do any damage.
This is for my...
What's your roll?
It's a D8, not a D.
Oh, sorry.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, it's a D6. All
Four,
right,
yeah.
that's a little bit better. 10. 10 damage.
For your attack?
Yeah,
I think I missed an attack in there. What'd you roll to hit it?
22.
Okay. I'm really confused. I'm sorry. Anything else you want to do?
No, I'm going to be right by Delaron.
Okay, right by T-Rexeron. I don't know how to combine those at all. Delarex. There you go.
Delarex.
I like it.
That's good.
Delarex versus giant
It-
worm.
Fight.
Spins back around as it's in the air and crashes down into Raphael.
Well, maybe I will, maybe I won't.
Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But it does miss.
Perfect.
And you're actually able to step out of the way of its bite as it slams down. You see it's open its mouth again, and its other mandibles try to slam into you too. That hits. For a 27.
shield. And that adds +5.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a 28, so it does not hit me.
It does not hit you, and when its mandibles crash into you, you see this shimmering light. And the bubble bursts, but it doesn't connect to you. It doesn't bite you. Go ahead. Delaran.
I bite it.
Yeah, you do.
I want to hear that noise again.
All right, let's do it. Fuck yeah.
Go fine.
Yeah, dude. I yell at it. And then I bite it.
All right, good job.
Yeah, I love it. So I can't bite and tail swipe the same thing. 18 plus 10 is 28.
That's good to know now.
Yeah.
I don't know if that
3d12.
counts against gargantuan creature that's arcing on both sides of you.
Oh, so can I get him with both my
Sure.
hands? All right.
It's basically like two things there.
Okay. So this is attack number 1 is 40-12 plus 7. So that's 7. And then 7 is 14. And 7 is 21. 21 with the bite.
21. That
And
is a
then
hit.
I tail swing him for 23.
Was 21 the damage?
Yeah,
Oh,
21
okay.
was the damage for the bite. And then 23 is the butt swing.
For a hit for 23, there's also a hit.
Yeah, and the butt swing does 3d8 plus 7.
You smash your tail into
weird.
it behind you, and you
6.
see some of the plates as it hits into it start to fall
16.
away and disappear and shatter.
And then that was 16 for the second. For my tail swing. Spam.
Okay.
I'm going to try to get it to pay attention to me. I want to have an apex predator fight.
I mean, there's 4 of you.
I mean, whatever.
And there's one of him.
In Delarex's mind, this is all just me and him.
I do love that you're Delarex from now on.
It's great.
Go ahead, Merritt.
All right, from
Because my mind regresses to that of a T-Rex, right? I'm not like intelligent anymore.
You're really pissed off.
Yeah, man.
Can you just end that effect?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
All right. I don't really know this guy too well. Once the worm's over, we'll be like, no. I think he can differentiate friend from foe, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Delaron's prone to punching his friends a lot.
That's true.
To be fair,
Yeah.
it was Garavan.
That's true.
Say, go, 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 go!
that
and
was
I
his
turned
friend.
you into a T-Rex.
You want the noise?
Yes!
Yes.
I'm probably more like a
All right, ready? Here's your noise.
You only have one T-Rex statue? What is this?
There's literally two
what's gonna
large
happen
T-Rexes
after the worm's
there.
dead, though.
we're gonna go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Apex predator fight.
I'm gonna laugh when you guys just let them bite each other.
I mean, once they
Can you
rock
pull
through
up
their
stats
HP,
for that too? I don't know. Have
Yeah, I
no
got
clue.
you.
Can he still use feats?
I mean, I can't really do much except for
think
bite
you're an
and
animal.
whip. Yeah, that's about it.
Oh.
We do what the thing does. All right, so you have 136 hit points.
Great.
All right. Well,
You have
go
an
ahead,
AC of
Artigan.
13.
I will.
This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Speed of 50.
I'll do another healing word and go. How you doing, Merritt? Give you another.
You take 2 attacks. So the bite attack is plus
Just when
10.
he gets there, show him the stats.
All right, I'll show
It'll
you
be
when I get
easy.
there. All right.
11 hit points.
Really, just hit points. AC are the most important thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a star next to the T-Rex.
And the first time, did I only give you 9?
Yes.
Okay, I'm an idiot. I rolled 2 4s and for some reason only added 1 4 to the 5. So it was actually 13. So another 4 hit
Extra
points.
4.
Yep. And I will go, yeah, T-Rex, and give combat inspiration to Delarex.
Sweet. Is it a D10 now?
That's a D12.
It's a D12 now.
Yep.
Holy shit, you're gonna really
What's
get that.
what's your cool Rex name?
Rexiel?
Yeah.
Rapharex?
Rex.
Garavanosaurus.
Oh man, that would have been a really good one.
Garavanosaurus.
Rexiel is what it
You
is.
can bite him. You can't bite tail him.
Okay, well I'm gonna bite him then. I don't know
Yeah,
how to
so
do that.
D20.
D20. Tell me what to do.
Don't tell me what to do.
This is 6. Oh, 18.
18. Ah, yeah. Really?
So no.
Okay.
Just barely.
Roll these guys twice.
Okay.
And then add 7.
You grab onto one of those
7.
large spikes that protrude from its body, those bony-looking spikes,
10, so 17 and 7 is 24.
and you rip it completely off, and it shatters in your mouth. Good job, Garavanosaurus.
That's not my name.
It shoots up into the air. Actually, will it? Yeah, it will.
So we're gonna get bites.
You're gonna get bites.
Bye-bye.
T-Raff.
There you go.
And you see it focus its mouth right over there.
It's going to land on you.
Yep.
All right. I bite it.
Go to bite.
24.
That's a hit. Go to bite.
What is it?
Plus 10.
Plus 10. 25.
That's a hit. Man, you guys are rolling good today.
Yeah, man. So I got...
So that's 15.
I can't do math.
You're rolling
Holy
D12s?
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 21.
15 and 21, so that's 40.
No, 36.
36.
Plus 7 is 43. And I got 9 and 8 is 17. Plus 9 is 26. Plus 7 is 33.
cooperatively finish it.
Yeah.
I think we should just pull it apart.
Yeah.
Just pull
You
different
got-
directions.
I grab one, you grab the other end. We just kind of like
Rip it. Rip it apart.
Classic. It jumps up and out of the ground. It looks like it's going to land on Artigan. You grab on one part, he grabs on the other with your mouths, and you rip it apart. You shatter it into a million glass pieces. Instead of a sinew and muscle flying around and intestines falling out, it's just glass shattering around you everywhere. And the sound is deafening. Not literally, not blinding, just it's loud. And it all starts to clatter to the ground, and it's now a shower of glass around here.
Let me know when it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Okay, I am gonna bite this other T-Rex in the face. And I'm gonna attempt to grapple it. No, I'm not gonna grapple it. I'm just gonna bite it in the face. All right, dude. I yell in your face and try to get you to submit.
Well, let's hear it.
All right. I yell in your face and try to get you to submit. I fucking love it.
it's getting out of hand.
It's so great. So do you submit?
No.
All right, I bite you. I hit your AC because it's the same as my AC.
Delarex hits Garavanosaurus.
And then I'm
T-Rav.
gonna do
T-Rav. It's pretty
19 plus 8 is 27 plus 7 is 34 damage out of your
What do you think?
136.
Should we stop this?
So I'm just like biting you in the face and mangling it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then,
You should probably drop yours first.
and I am going to bite him. For a 7 plus
10.
10.
That hits me. Our AC is not great.
This
We're
just
much
comes down
better
to
at
rolling.
fighting than we are at
You are
Oh,
clamping
12,
against each other's
11,
faces.
20, 23.
He's doing a better job.
Oh, shit. So 23.
48 altogether.
Can you use
48.
abilities?
No.
No abilities?
I can't bite smite. That's
No.
you can't
You get
use
like multi-attack or
Can you do anything
the
else?
animals' abilities, I
No,
think.
no, we can't multi-attack because we can't use it on the same thing.
So you can't action surge?
No.
No.
Too bad.
If he could action surge, I could bite smite.
You
Smite
rip
bite.
against his face and you pull the cheek flesh right here off to reveal these giant fangs, and now you can see more a smile of this other Delarex. I'm just gonna let you keep going at it if you guys don't stop it.
Well, I mean, when it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Is it my turn or your
Drop.
turn?
I was gonna hold my action to, or hold my thing to drop it whenever you did.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. Because I was gonna let you drop it and then wait just long enough to watch the look of fear on your face and then drop
okay.
it.
Are you planning this?
That's what I was saying out loud. Well, yeah.
So while you're
Yeah.
planning this, roll to hit Delarex.
No, he did. He just hit me. I get to hit him next.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They're taking a while to coordinate their attacks.
I bite you because it's easy. I'm not doing a whole lot of damage though. There's 10. And then there's 9 more, so 19 plus 7 is 26. That was a weenie bite. Oof.
It's a pretty solid bite.
He
Okay,
hit me for
so
48.
I'll drop mine now then.
Okay. And I'll wait
So-
till the end of his turn, and then I'll give it the
I
full
turn
6
to me.
seconds of my turn. 1, 2.
Well, replace me with me.
So you drop.
Other one.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So Delaran's back.
Delaran's
then-
back.
It's another fuck you, Dylan.
Then there's
you
a full
see-
6 seconds of
T-Raff.
armor soil.
Are you going to
and
attack
panic.
him? He turns into Delaran. Roll wisdom. You still got a little bit of flesh in your mouth.
He rolls poorly. Plus 4.
Plus 4 plus 2 would be 11.
That thing bit you. You can distinguish enemies.
That thing bit me?
Well, it turned into something else, but it's that thing that bit you.
And I
Okay.
snap- And
So
I
I
snap
will.
my fingers.
Before you attack,
And I do. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
You
okay. He can tag me.
turn into Raphael.
Yeah, that's fine.
And you immediately have enough sense of mind to know this is Delaron in front of you, not enemy that bit me,
I mean, I am the enemy that bit him, but
but not in your mind.
no, we didn't really know. I was just like, I'm a T-Rex. Well, you're a T-Rex. Fuck
You just wanted to bite your friend.
Yeah, and I
He
feel
bit
like
you better.
I have less brain power, but I'm still me, right? Delaron's kind of like a dick.
That's true. And do you still want to hit him?
No.
Okay, so you don't swing your sword at him. You're mid-swing. Maybe you're mid-headbutt.
Yeah. I'm like, whoa.
And you see this field of glass start to dissolve into dirt.
Mm.
Woo. And some of the glass that's sprayed over here starts to collect up and form and meld together and turn into a giant worm. No, I'm just joking. It turns into the horned character that has 6
What's his
horns
name again?
and claws. His name is Davey.
DeVay.
DeVay. It was a
Anton DeVay.
match. You like to match first.
Correct.
I
But I told you that.
Yeah, he told us.
Yeah.
Now what?
Now we move through the dream world. There will be more tests.
So, are you gonna randomly ask riddles and
Yes.
fight?
And as he says yes, he snaps his fingers, and the ground around you starts to crumble almost at your feet.
We need the tome.
Not you, but you. You see the ground start to fall away into nothingness, and it starts to split as if an earthquake splitting the land all around you in this big circle.
Okay, so do this. And hold my arm up.
You're closer to Artigan than to me.
Argan's not flying.
He also couldn't carry you.
Yeah, but I'm.
Oh, you can't carry me?
I'm
All right.
up and far.
You can't carry me. Okay, well, I run away from the crumbly dirt to the dirt that's still not crumbly.
Okay, I mean, that's all the dirt you're still standing on. It's literally breaking away at the edge of your feet, like right in front of you.
Oh, so behind me too?
No.
Oh, I run behind me.
One
Like a
giant
circle.
Oh.
like an island of land, and everything else is crumbling away.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's loud. It's earth-shattering loud as it crumbles away. You run to the center because you're a little scared.
Hmm?
What do you do, Raphael?
I casually walk to the center.
I'll do the same.
You all meet at the center. You're flying.
Yeah, it's like I'll kind of fly closer.
Okay. And as the ground starts to crumble away, you see this great expanse, this black void with little twinkly lights, just like a night sky that's clear. There's no moon, and the sky above you is still purple. The trees now are gone. They meld down into the void. It looks as if you're kind of slowly moving through this space.
So where did you get this staff of doorways?
I think Karina gave it to me.
That seems interesting.
So, DeVay.
Devay, who's still standing at the edge over here, at the edge of this island.
Do you know where the Tome of Ascension is?
I know where the Tome of Ascension is.
We need it.
Okay.
Can you bring us there?
Yes.
What do we have to do for you to bring us there?
I'll show you. And he snaps his fingers again, and this bridge starts to fold out of the island as if it's being constructed. One part, then the next, then the next. It looks like it's folding out of itself continuously, and it's extending across a great expanse. And it continues going until it slams against an island that slowly appears out of nothingness. Now you're one island connected to another like a chain.
I'll walk across.
I think we're going to stop here. Almost 11:30. And we'll continue next week into the Evermere.
Oh man, thank God for that, dude. I was going nuts with the politics.
You don't like politics?
I'm gonna have to negotiate with DeVay. Anton DeVay.
No more negotiating. Kill. Turn me into a T-Rex again. God damn it! I need it.
Awesome. I'm
That
so
was
glad
pretty
I got
cool.
to be a T-Rex. That was really fun.
Yeah.
Delarex. I actually do way less damage, but it's still just fun to be a T-Rex.
You also have more hit points.
No. I mean,
Yeah,
I
you
get
do.
the T-Rex's amount of hit points more, but the T-Rex doesn't have more hit points than me.
The main thing is you don't use your resources.
And you don't use your hit points.
Yep, I use
Which
it.
I guess is a resource.
Yeah, hit points are kind of like a resource.
All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in. We're going to do Roses and Thorns. You guys finally got to fight something after a while. It might not be real, or it might. If you die here, do you really die? You don't know.
It
We'll
doesn't
find out.
matter. I got to roll some
We're gonna
dice.
find out.
Let's do Roses and Thorns, starting with Artigan. Alex, not Artigan.
Mhm.
What was your favorite thing about this game, Alex?
Well, finally getting combat.
After a long wait.
Yep. Say Thorn is probably, it didn't happen the way I wanted it to. I was hoping to get in the mansion and enter from there, but we did it in front of possibly somebody who's a Magnus person, so Magnus now knows that we entered the dream world. So, lack of control in that aspect, I think.
Oh, sorry.
Clicking
Pop
things.
socket.
You got that just a fidget.
The pop socket?
Yep.
No, it just what it's turned into. I got it so I could hold my phone one-handed while I was watching stuff with my kids. But it turned into a fidget.
What was your favorite thing?
Oh, favorite thing was the battle.
Ah,
Finally got a battle.
finally get to hit something. Well, you didn't hit much. You did make Delarex.
Yep.
And we came up with some great names for you guys for the future.
Okay, man.
Brian.
I think, when do we start with roses? I think the pair of purple worms, I was definitely surprised by the super gigantic one also.
Mhm.
So
That guy was pretty big.
that was fun. Monster creature. I mean, even the smaller one.
I just wanted to
is
see
pretty
how big I could go.
Yeah.
That thing is pretty big. It took a lot of paint.
That's
pretty
what I was
awesome
saying.
looking.
I bet it took tons of paint.
Tons.
And then
Worth it.
the thorns, I think whether we are just daylight savings time or broke at a weird point, there was a lot of momentum issues at the beginning. We were all just kind of like, I don't know. I guess I look at I don't remember who you are. We're gonna do. So, and that happens sometimes depending on.
I think that happens sometimes when you're not tired, just trying to figure out the pacing. And I'm trying to figure out how much should I push your pacing without being overbearing and trying to railroad you into things.
Yep. But I mean, that was just. It's usually whenever that happens, it's just the first couple minutes for us, first half hour or so, while we kind of get our feet back under us.
Matt.
I think Thorn, maybe from my gameplay earlier, maybe going around what Brian was saying, as well as I'm a new character, the pacing was kind of weird in the beginning. I didn't know what to really do because, of course, these guys don't trust me still, so I'm not really hanging around. I'm letting them get used to the idea of me. I think I was kind of rushing the Chenier thing, and I kind of fumbled around and I insulted him, which was in my mind. I wasn't trying to call him out, but then it kind of did. And I didn't really think about, oh shit, yeah. So when I was like, oh yeah, what was that thing you were saying again? I should have probably done it in front of Shinir. But I'm so glad I did because my rose is this battle. It was pretty cool. Especially I got to be a T-Rex this time.
I mean, I don't think this battle happened because you called him out.
Well, like, but we weren't going to fight if we got into
More politics. This
yeah.
could have been another game of politics.
Right.
Depending on what happened.
Exactly.
Next week.
Politics.
Next week, politics.
Politics, epic war, and riddles. The 3 least favorite things of your campaign.
We didn't want those things.
They just wanted to fight stuff all day.
Yep.
I should just make a dungeon arena. Like, you go fight in this room. You go fight in that room. There's no rhyme or reason why these things are here. They're just there.
I don't mind other stuff so much either, but whatever.
I mean, I like the politics.
Next campaign, I'm going to build away from being political, but that's all I'm going to want to do. Put that as my number 1 priority.
I don't mind the politics because I think it's like interesting. I'd like to see Merritt like involved into that leader of the city, or whatever, some kind of more leadership role. I want to see Delaron farm or whatever, find peace, grow as a character. I want to see Artigan. I don't even know what I want to see Artigan do. I still have a fan theory that you're Magnus, but that's that's whatever. You were just talking to yourself in the library.
Josh.
On my rose.
It's a good rose.
That was awesome.
Self-explanatory.
Yeah, there we go. So good. My thorn. Fucking daylight savings. I hate the shit out of daylight
That's
savings.
not part of the game.
It's not part of the game. We can't do that. Okay. I'm not really a fan of the whole political sweep of things. It's not a horrible thing. Some of it's kind of interesting, sort of like reading a Charles Dickens book. You're kind of okay, this is interesting, but I like it, but it seems unnatural and it's not flowing super well. Maybe it was the flow issue in the beginning. It didn't feel really natural. So that's for me.
Sweet. Roses. I have been holding on that worm for a while.
That was a cool worm.
A long while.
Can I touch your worm? Yeah.
You can touch my
you
worm.
have consent.
Nice. Oh, that's a crazy worm mouth.
Yeah, it's got those side mandibles. It's
It
one of
has
the best
weird,
models I've found too.
Circle mouth in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But really, my favorite thing, honestly, kind of was the politics, and probably for me, it's easier than it is for you guys because I get to be involved at all points of the game.
Mm-hmm.
If you're politicking with someone, I'm there. If you are, I'm there. If you're insulting Shinir, I'm there. So I get to see it all, and these guys have to watch, or you, whoever's not involved, just has to watch politics.
Unless we politic with each other.
Which you do
Which
sometimes.
I try to make happen occasionally.
And I think there was less of that. There was Delaron and Artigan kind of making deals behind the scenes.
Making plans.
Making plans. I like that.
Shut that shit down.
Well, that's a great idea.
I kind of like it, and that's probably coming from my view because I always get to be part of it. So I can see where you guys aren't part of it. It's less interesting. Would you say you were more interested in the meeting altogether than other things? Like side politics?
What do you mean? The meeting with all of the council?
Yeah. Where you're all in the same room.
Well,
I
no,
don't like that.
I like it when we're all in the same room. But I think it just for some reason, it just kind of felt like it started to drag. And I think it's just because my character isn't really invested too much into all this because he's got other things on his mind. And he can't execute those things because he's just waiting for the right moment to do something. And so that's about that.
I'm just trying to get an idea of where you guys, the cutoff point for too much politics, because you got more to do.
We don't have to do it though.
You don't have to. Depending if you make it back in time.
I think
Depending
we've
what kind of
established that
time
I don't have that
happens.
cutoff point. That's somebody has to take the reins from me, or I will literally talk to NPCs all day.
Because I don't mind
you guys have to
fast
take it over.
forwarding, like, we can take a political scene sitting at the dinner table and push it into like a 5-minute skill challenge.
You can do like the politics montage.
Yeah. Where you just have to, like, are you stroking the worm
Yeah,
now?
it was like it has these weird, neat little like things along the side there, where it's got a bunch of these strange little holes.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
So you're stroking the worm
I was stroking your worm.
on camera.
Yep.
All right.
Can I see it?
Yeah. Here you go.
Can I compare it to that?
Stick it in front of that one.
I just want to.
Yeah,
He wants to
one's not
see
small
what
one.
it looks like when you blow
Oh,
it up.
I just
Yeah.
want to kind of look at like
Detail comparison.
how we did it.
It's got this weird grain to it, like wood.
Yep, that's the printer grain.
That's the printer.
So-
Pretty cool.
It takes.
Roses, I kind of like the politics side, but I don't want to cram it down your throats either. Thorns. I think there's so much going on in the game that I don't want to skip through it. I don't want to just go next. I don't want to skip intro, skip meeting, skip dinner, skip talking to the town guards.
Yeah.
But I can see where you might want to skip through it. So it's harder for me to do it because I feel like you're missing things. And that would be my thorn, is trying to figure out a good way to do it without dragging down the game or the campaign.
When you know all the things behind the scenes that we're just barely scratching the edges of.
And that'll be always. Like, I don't think you'll ever get the full story that I see in my head. I don't think I'll ever be able to describe it to that ability. I'll do my best, and I'll try not to drag you guys down too far into a story, like a novel. I don't want you to be reading a novel. I want you to be cooperative storytelling. So I wanted to give you guys choices of what you're going to do, where you're going to go, who you're going to talk to. So you came to the Evermere, kind of. It was a weird way to
Wait,
get
kind
here. It was a weird way to get here. You
Yeah,
didn't
it
have
wasn't-
to continue saying the word.
It was kind of by accident.
Was it going to happen already, like automatically?
No, it wouldn't have happened if you didn't continue saying the word. You could have stopped.
It was like, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. You have to like amp into it. If they say it once and you just slap your hand over their mouth, she doesn't show up.
You could have saved it, and you could have politicked tomorrow and gone to the Evermere later. The rest of the game could have been politics. But I could see you guys were itching to get something done.
Well, and if we don't have the book by tomorrow, we have less options. If we can...
I need a rocking chair, dude.
No, you don't. That's not a rocking chair. That's a chair. Sit in the chair like a normal person.
Okay, Mom.
Yeah, right. If we can get the tome, at least we have more options of what we're going to do.
So yeah, Thorn, I want to be able to tell a story but not drag you into a novel.